Hey everybody, this is Robbie. Now it is time to properly get this Tuesday format of shorter mods started with a mod called Natural Disaster. And also a thing with, like, gauging mods and stuff. I'm gonna start gauging mods on length now and see if it goes into, like, the Friday slot or, like, the Tuesday slot. So, you know, again, shorter mods will be on Tuesdays, longer mods will be on Wednesday. Not Wednesdays, Fridays. Fridays. So, you know, just a little experimentation, change things up a little. But with all that introduction out of the way, let's begin the mod! That'd be a nice logo if it was, like... That's a nice little logo. It's crackling, falling apart. I mean, the color gradient, it seems a little off compared to the bright and cheery menu, but we'll do. Okay, just starting with no music. Cool. Starting with... God! I guess, something happened? I wake up with a sudden start. Wait, isn't it... What? Isn't it morning time? Probably. Didn't my alarm go off? Oh crap, I'm late! Wait, what? How do you know that? Did you look at the clock, or...? Okay, I catapult out of bed to discover that I actually wasn't late at all. Okay? Instead, I'd beaten my alarm clock by 10 seconds. Dang you! Damn alarm clocks! Actually, yeah, they constantly go like, and it's like annoying. And sudden, although I guess that's the point of the alarm clock, so... I quickly turn the alarm off to avoid hearing its dreadful beeping noise. Beeping, okay. Relieved that I wasn't late. I yawn and stretch, trying my best to wake myself up completely. Man, I really gotta take the advice that I give to myself each and every morning. Go to bed at a reasonable time for once, Robbie. I mean... Yeah, that is good advice. You'll thank yourself later. Okay. But it seems that every evening I find things to do. Yeah, I feel that. Like watching anime or working on my daily poem. Last night was a doozy! What? Okay. I stayed up to 11 o'clock working on homework and my poem. Then I stayed up another 3 hours binging and watching anime. It was just one of those shows that once you start, you just can't stop watching. Even in the face of falling asleep. You hear that, tired body? We've got a show to finish. I turn to my desk and retrieve my freshly cleaned uniform, only to discover something that sank my heart through the floor and into the kitchen below. These analogies are, like, pretty cool. Right underneath my uniform, sitting so serenely, was Perfect Girls Volume 3. Unread. Oh no. I totally forgot to read it last night. Well, I mean... What? I mean, you could always just read it in club. Or read it right now. Maybe it's a short one. You beat out the alarm. Surely you can indulge in, like, reading manga a little bit. I was so busy with my homework, and then there was the anime. Yeah. I'm dead. Okay, okay, again, there's still time to read it. Like, you could just, like, classes exist. You could just read it during classes. Like, when your teachers, like, give you work, and then you're done with the work before class is over, you could just take out the manga or read it then. You know? Perhaps I can text Natsuki. If I forewarn her of my failings, maybe she won't be in the mood to... Okay, now you're just exaggerating. Okay, now you're just exaggerating at this point. What do you mean of my failings? Again, you've still got time. It's not like the manga has to be read at home. You could read it at school, on the walk to school. Okay, not on the walk to school. Watch where you're going. Like there's still time before, like, everything. Like, you could just schedule yourself to read it. Oh, hello. Oh, this is a mod called Natural Disaster, where I think there'll be a, like, kind of severe weather thing that the club will have to deal with. But for now, we gotta deal with MC not having read the manga he was supposed to read, even though he probably could, like, plan out the day's events. I don't know. If I could choose my words perhaps I could spare myself from that little judge, pink-haired jury, and cute executioner. These analogies are, like, really colorful, and it's not a bad thing. I like... Oh, man! What am I gonna text her? The truth? Well, at least I still have plenty of time to shower and to eat breakfast, which... Oh, well, I'm not gonna think about it right now. Okay, just... So I hop into the shower and let the hot water rinse over my body. Ah, that feels good. Hot showers are truly one of the greatest blessings God ever gave to mankind. But all too soon, the shower is over. Okay? I love hot showers too. Just, why are we spending so much? I don't know. I step out, dry off, and return to my bedroom. Man, it's showering outside too! You mean it's raining? Never heard rain be described as showering outside like that before. Maybe? I don't know. Rain, shower, never mind. Just not the pleasant kind! As if rain is such a bad thing. What? Just not the pleasant kind. It's just rain, dude. What? The weatherman did say something about severe weather for today. I grabbed my backpack, making sure that Natsuki's manga was safe inside, and take my umbrella. From there, I hurry into the kitchen to grab a quick breakfast. After swallowing a light breakfast, I grab a couple of snacks for Sari. It's probably cold out, and that usually makes her hungry. Can that actually happen? Like with the weather affecting your appetite? I mean, I wonder if that can actually happen. But first, I need to text Natsuki. Diplomacy was never one of my strong suits. It's not a matter of diplomacy, it's a matter of being honest. Especially with Suns. Okay, guess we're abbreviating Tsundere now. Gingerly, like walking on eggshells, I type out the first thing that came to mind. Hey, Natsuki, I kind of forgot to read Parfait Girl's last name. I'm really, really sorry. I promise that I'll make it up to you, I promise. What is this mod about? Oh, it's the mod called Natural Disaster. I heard about it in, like, the Afro Zero playthrough, but it's about... But I think it's about, like, the literature club, like, going through severe weather. I mean, I think that's probably, like, what the core thing is about, but for now, it's about MC figuring out what the heck he's gonna do about that unfinished manga that he didn't read. Also, what? Please don't be mad at me, I'm sorry, see? See? I even have a frowny face to say I'm sorry. I mean, it could have been probably better to do this in person and let your body language do the talking, as well as, like, your mouth do the talking and your tone of voice. I find that text conversations aren't really the best form of conversation, because you can't really identify the other person's, like, tone through the words. Like, it's much harder to identify, as well as, like, just body language. There's no body language, there's no tone of voice, just... It's like... Yeah, this is a text message. I mean... Oh yeah, there usually is the little phone filter type thing in mods, so yeah. I should probably reword this. I mean, it's... What do you mean too familiar? Have you sent this exact text message to people before? Or... I don't know. Wait, did I hit the send button? I mean, probably... You mean formal? I mean, I guess it's also a bit too formal. Or... I don't know. Oh. Yep. Idiot! Jeez, okay. Okay, calm down, buddy. Hey, the message isn't too bad. Good going, Robbie. Darn it! This guy's really at it. Too late now. Let's just hope that it does the trick. Knowing my luck, probably not. I mean, it's just a manga. Actually, they could also read the manga at the club, right? Like, that... Like, it's not the end of the world. They could still read it at the club. Wouldn't that be better anyway? Like, you could actually discuss this stuff with your friend? Like, and again, there's like time in between this stuff. Like if the school schedule has like time in between classes, you could get to your class, pull out the manga for a quick little read, and then like, you know, do your work, and then read it more, rinse and repeat, and then you've read the whole thing, maybe. And then you go to club and be like, I read the whole thing today throughout classes, so we can still discuss it. Probably? I don't know. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. How long would it take to, like, play the episode? In terms of, like... Oh, wow. Yeah, it's really pouring out here. Thunder rumbles in the distance. Oh, there's no sound effects. So... No, it's not. 4 to 5 hours. Oh, okay. It's not too long. I could probably do that in the Tuesday stream stuffs. Bzz, bzz. It's text from Natsuki. Rigging for depth charges? What's a depth charge? I guess in terms of like phone water stuff, where it's like. Wait, what? I never heard of a depth charge before. Yeah, see? Hey, Robbie, it's alright. We'll just read it at the club today, okay? Yeah, see? It's like, you can just read it at club. There we go. Oh yeah, but that is a nice little rain edit. No worries. Oh, wow! Is she actually cutting me some slack for once? It's not like the manga's just gonna spontaneously combust. What? Well, go me! Yeah! This was an unexpected turn of events. Maybe I do have some slight amounts of charisma? I mean, maybe it's more the fact that you were upfront and honest about it, but sure. Another text. Okay. Okay, calm down. He just forgot to read it last night. You literally just said that you could like read it at the club. What's wrong? Oh, what's up with the spelling? Oh, if you think you can just get away with it. Yeah, if you could just get away with the crime of forgetting to read a manga for one night when we could totally just read it at the club, then you'd be wrong. She's mad. No. No, really? I mean, I know I just said the text is like hard to identify tone in, but if someone's typing in all caps, then that probably means they're upset. Oh, she's... Hey, Matt, there's no reason why she... Yeah, she's really mad. She's so mad that she's ignoring her own phone's spell check. What? You mean autocorrect? That's... what? Boy, am I in trouble. Did we just... Why does that feel like a line you'd hear in a sitcom before the laugh track plays? Like... What? That's not just me. It feels like a catchphrase you'd hear in a sitcom to cue the laughter. And then, you know, like this is the cold open part. And then it goes to the thing like da 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 da. And then it plays the theme song, and then we cut back, and it's like, well, how am I gonna get out of this jam? Like that. Like, I grumble that. How is this my fault anyway? I mean, to be fair, I had a train of thought there. It wasn't my idea to read Parfait Girls in the first place. And in my defense, I was busy with my homework all evening. And the anime you binged. Again, you still have time throughout classes. I had to write my poem for today, and then the anime. So it wasn't my fault. I mean, it kind of I mean, even then, you probably should have gone to sleep a little bit, right? Should I call in sick to give her a chance to? What? Wait, what? Yes, hello. I'm going to just not go to school for the entire day because because this club member in a club that happens after school needs to... Oh, right. Probably, call in sick to the club. Probably not call in sick. It's a comment. Oh, Miranda. I've never heard of that sitcom, but considering I don't know if y'all are British or not, it's probably a British sitcom. So... Hey, what am I even thinking? I mean, to be fair, I also talk a bit out loud, so I can't even really... Ah, okay. Well, I mean, it must be a good sitcom if it's your favorite. I straighten my back, broaden my shoulders, and stick my chin in the air. Maybe I should show some backbone. Yeah! I can be just as assertive and... What? What? Yeah, no, you can be assertive? What? Yeah, I'm in trouble. My gloomy and doomy... My gloomy and doomy thoughts are suddenly interrupted. Oh, Sayori, What? Oh, Sayori, how long have you been standing out there anyway? Robbie, help me! I begin to rush to her house. What's wrong, Sayori? I'm getting rained on, that's what's wrong. Bring your umbrella. Hurry, where are you? Where is she talking from? Is she shouting from, her house? Probably. After running to her, I hold up my umbrella over our heads. I'm soaked! Sorry, why didn't you just wait for me on your porch? I mean, that depends on how... I mean, maybe she did. Whether or not she did all depends on how long the MC just stood around ruminating on the situation. Well, I was kind of sleepy and I didn't notice the rain. Sleepwalking. Okay, my two. Hey, don't be a meanie. I was just a little drowsy. I was so drowsy that I think I forgot breakfast. Can I get a bottle of water? Is that like a phrase they say in the sitcom? Is that like a catchphrase, or like? Realization suddenly hits her. Oh no! I'm gonna starve out there in that big cruel world! All because you didn't have breakfast for a singular day. Okay? Okay! It's the end of the world for me! Unironically... What? It's a British stereotype. Oh, okay. What? Unironically, I hand over one of the... How would you ironically hand something... What? Okay, how would you even ironically hand something to someone? How is that ironic? I mean, unless the person, like, didn't ask for it, then, like, no, not even that. What? Okay. Wouldn't want you to get cranky on me, right, Sayori? That was less cranky and more full-on panic mode. She immediately snatches the snack up and stuffs her mouth. Thank you so much, you're so much savior. Between the snacks and the umbrella, I guess? Yes? We begin to hurry off to school through the heavy rain, but suddenly Sayori stops me. Wait, did you say snacks? Oh, snacks plural, I thought... Never mind. Now, Sayori, the rest of the snacks are for the club meeting when you always get hungry. What? When you're always hungry. I misread it. Please? She got her way. Maybe you can't be assertive after all. What was that? Usually I'd rather see the school day finish up as quickly as possible. But not on this stormy day. The dread of having to face an enraged Natsuki. Enraged because you didn't read a manga that could easily be read in the club room. Like she literally just said in her text. What? Prompts me to never want to see the end of algebra class. Unfortunately, time just has the quality of moving rapidly when I don't want it to, and vice versa. I mean, you could have, again, just spent your class time reading the manga. I guess it's a form of repentance, or just a general catching up. Before it seemed that the class had even properly begun, the bell chimes to end the school day. Well, time for the literature club, I suppose. Here goes nothing. As much as I hate admitting it to myself, I'm honestly dragging my feet. Why? Why? Why are you... Why did I have to forget? Oh, I thought... What? I thought you were asking... I thought I was asking, like, why am I dragging my feet? I mean, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. That type of thing, but... Nope, this is just lament. This MC's pretty, like, energetic. I kinda like Natsuki, and her tastes in manga. And I'm not so sure if she's gonna return the favor now that I've... What? Write her plans for today. What was she... Taking a deep breath and placing a hand on my gut to guard it from the punch I was expecting. Okay, what do you mean wrecked her plans for today? You didn't read a manga last night. Big deal, you'll just read it in club. What is the problem? I mean, I guess they were gonna, like, I guess it was, like, really wanted to discuss it. Not read it in club and discuss it along the way, which I'd much rather do, but just gotta really discuss it afterwards. Or maybe she was gonna read the next volume, I don't know. I gently opened the door. Hey, it's the sentence. Yay. No yelling. What? No screaming. No Natsuki? Where is she? Didn't she come? Hi, Robbie. Ah, you jumped as though you've just seen a ghost. Why did you... Right, thought's in a different place. Or was expecting to, anyway. Hey, Monica, you just surprised me is all. Got something on your mind, Robbie? Well, no, not exact. Robbie! Sari finds her way over to me. She begins to hug me while fixing her bow, drinking some tea, and eating a cookie. Not all at the same time. What? Makes it sound like she's doing this at the same time. Although then again, it's like, if it was, then it'd probably be like, all at the same time! And that'd be really impressive anyway. Never mind, it did. How? Yeah, somehow at the same time. What? So, okay, let's get the positioning. She hugs, and then, like, fixes her bow, and then drinks tea, and then eats the cookie, which would take a frickin'... Oh, right, she'd probably be doing that with her mouth. Like, she'd hold the cookie with her mouth, like... So I guess that is technically possible. If we're going by that whole train of events, so... Huh. Yeah, it's nice to see you too, Sari. Robbie, Natsuki made cookies for us today. What? Oh, it was just a thing where it's like, oh, she's doing all this at the same time, and then I just kind of accidentally figured out, oh, you actually can do that at the same time if you try hard enough. Huh. She takes another bite. And they are so good! So Natsuki is here. Well, yeah, it's not like her to skip out on a club meeting. Oh, yeah. Did you two have something special planned for today? No? I hope. I mean, you're the one who said that at this whole thing, quote, wrecked Natsuki's plans, so maybe you did have so maybe there was something special planned. It's just that I didn't see or hear her when I came in. Yuri is rigidly sitting at a nearby... Yeah, they did. Yeah, they are so good, you know. And so, yeah, they're good. I did see her walk into the closet earlier today, if that helps. Oh, thanks, Yuri. What? I just need to return her manga, that's all. What's with the freaking... What? What's with all the knowing smiles? That's fine, Robbie. Just be ready with your poems soon. I want to start sharing poems right away. That way I won't be interrupting any club activities down the line like I have been doing. Okay? Makes sense. Or, I mean, it would make sense. It makes sense. What? I think that's an excellent idea, Monica. I'm glad you think so, Yuri. I'll go get my poem. Yuri fidgets a little before announcing to Monica and me, or no, that'd be Monica and I. Wait. No. I heard some teachers talking earlier today. They said something about closing the school down early if they expect the storm to get any worse. Then we'd better hurry then. Guess they... Yeah, probably. Although, then again, if Natsuki's is the person who'd get, like, so mad over, like, you didn't read the manga last night, even if though he could read it in the club, then, I don't know. Maybe MC, like, promised to read it that night, and then he just kind of forgot, and then it's like, oh, whoops, I gotta tell her. I don't know, there'll be a better reasoning than just, oh, I just forgot to read the manga that we could have read in the club. I don't know, maybe we'll find out more about the reasonings, like, soon. I'm honestly looking forward to see how good your poems have all gotten since the festival. The free flow of ideas and styles really do enrich everyone's poetry. Well, I'll go get Natsuki then. Oh, really? Huh. Wait. Like, I mean, again, the article or the video aren't just gonna... I mean, like... I mean, they're not just gonna, like, spontaneously get taken down or something. At least I'd hope not. I approach the closet. I swear I'm hearing epic boss music right now. Oh, we're doing that. Okay. On the topic of that epic boss music, I think that senses a confrontation, so that's the good time for a little be right back break. So. Alright, I'm back. Might be confrontation time. So, let's see what happens. Natsuki? No response. I couldn't see her in the closet either. Where is she? I mean, there's only so many different places in the clubroom for a girl to hide. Even for one as small as her. Poke my head inside the closet. Oh! Lying fast asleep on the floor and an adorable little ball was the subject of my search. I mean, if that's like an edit to the CG, that's a nice little edit. Looks good. A manga was closed over Natsuki's thumb as she softly snores in the cutest way imaginable. For a moment I thought of just waking her, but something seemed to stop me. She looks so pale and haggard, as if she hadn't slept properly in a long time. I know what Monica said, but I don't have the heart to wake her up. Okay? Monica will understand, I suppose. Natsuki just looks so exhausted, and this also spares me from explaining myself to her. Bonus! What do you mean explaining yourself? You already... Oh, you are? That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Natsuki, poem sharing time! Bounding out of nowhere, Seirei playfully jostles Natsuki before I could stop her. Natsuki's eyes flicker open and she begins whining. Seirei, why? She sleepily tries to nudge Seirei away. She then turns over to go back to sleep. but Sayori is relentless. Come on, sleepyhead, this isn't the napping club, you know? Leave her alone, Sayori. Why? It's time to share poems. Rise and shine, Natsuki. Natsuki begins to mumble groggily. Oh, I am tired. Sayori looks helplessly up at me as Natsuki drifts off again. Sudden shock becomes etched on Sayori's face. What? What? Why? She's not sick, Sayori. Even so, why would you automatically call 911? I mean, actually, wait, that does seem like fatigue, and maybe that lots of fatigue, I don't know. I guess that's what it seemed, but like, let's see, I'm gonna turn on the ceiling fan. Just, it's where we made the jump from let's wake Natsuki up to we gotta call 911! Something serious. Just real fast there, Sarah. Just let her sleep. Ah, okay. Well, you're probably gonna have to talk to that friend about that and, you know, get that sorted out soon. I mean, if you want to keep that friendship. Because, like, this type of thing can, like, build up and build and build and build until it hits, like, a breaking point. So you probably should address that before it does. But it's still time for mischief crosses Sarah's face. What? Somebody just tweeted that Natsuki was cute on the outside. Tweeted? Like social media, Twitter tweeting. If that's the case, how many people would even know who Natsuki is? Like, in universe, how many people would know? That worked. Not cute! And she promptly falls back asleep. Can we just... There we go! That's insurmountable proof that she needs to be left alone. Sayori, how about we go? Now I'm also a little worried. Monica, can you come over here? Or we could just leave her alone? Ah, okay. So, I guess talk to them once they got their own stuff figured out then. So why is this such a big deal? Is there something wrong? Can you try to wake up Natsuki? Why? I could have sworn that I heard her yell as she wasn't cute again. She did, but she fell right back to sleep again. You know, maybe that little action should be a sign that we should probably just leave her alone and do club activities quietly as to not disturb this slumber. Does she do this very often? Well, not recently. Monica steps over to the closet and gently rocks Natsuki's small shoulder. Natsuki, time to wake up. Come on now. Monica. Yes? Make him stop. Monica looks up at me suspiciously. Make who stop, Natsuki? I didn't do anything! It was Sayori. Oh, right, they're talking about, like, it was Sayori who, like, jostled her awake. Blame shifter. Or meanie works too. Ooh, why pick one when you can just use both? Hey, right then Natsuki wakes up for good and looks up. Why is everyone staring at me? You were asleep and we couldn't wake you up. Maybe it's because I'm really tired, dummy. Yeah, this one's kind of on them. Maybe if she again, she shouted she wasn't cute, but then promptly fell asleep. That would have woken her up, like, fully, but then she instantly fell asleep is probably a sign to just carry on and leave her to her slumber. God. I think you have this well in hand, Robbie. Okay, just... Go on, Sarah, let's go share our poems. Yeah, just... I mean, she probably didn't. She probably didn't, considering that she was, again, like, about to fall asleep, so... Yeah, not cool, man. Actually, yeah, you're just, like, throwing him under the bus. She and Sarah left me here high and dry. So what? Did you do what I did last night? Stay up too late or something? No, wait. That reminds me. Congrats, MC, you played yourself. What? It reminds me of a certain someone who didn't do his job. Since when did reading a manga volume become his job? What? That is a weird way to describe the task at hand, like... And again, he has the manga right in his bag, ready to be read in club. Natsuki, I'm sorry, I was busy last night just for... Yeah? What were you doing, huh? Was it video games? Or was it anime? No! I had a lot of homework to do last night. Then I had to write my poem. Then I watched some anime. Hey, but that was after I'd forgotten. You know, as if that... You know, because anime was sure to help him remember. Robbie... I lent you my manga because I thought you... What? Apparently I was... Dude, this is volume 3 of the story. Like, this is volume 3. You could read it in club. No, that's not true. I do care about it. I just forgot is all. Is everything alright over there? Natsuki marches over to Monica, who's sitting on the teacher's desk reading Sarah's poem. Oh no, Monica, just a difference of opinion is all. It sounds a bit more than just that, Natsuki. Nobody's talking to you. Jeez! Yuri ducks behind her book and mumbles something about that being a constant problem. Jeez, okay. Now, there's no reason to be rude to Yuri, Natsuki. She's just trying to help. Yeah, we're all trying to help. Is this first draft Natsuki for my I mean... No, first draft Natsuki would be was like a giant... Like, she'd probably be way more vitriolic. Also, at the very least, we kind of have a reason for that. She actually didn't really get much sleep, and, you know, with, like, less sleep, there's less filter, so, you know. So, at the very least, there's, like, a reason why she's, like, acting this way. Meanwhile, with the first draft, Natsuki, I don't really know if there was, like, a proper reason why Natsuki acted that way. So... Natsuki's beginning to look quite flustered. I didn't ask for anybody's help. I'm not asking for any now. I am? Shut up, gee, okay. Again, lack of sleep, probably. What do you mean I am? Like, no, I'm suddenly asking for help. Now, with someone. I thought I was a part of this. You are, but they're not. Natsuki, Monica says that in a firm voice. So from the music, just like, shut up. Natsuki, I'm the club president, and I'm the vice president. Yeah, yes, of course, Sayori. Why? As president of the club, it's my responsibility to make sure that everyone gets along. So I'm asking you to calm down a bit and let Robbie explain himself. I mean, he did, though? He already... Did? What? What's there to explain more of? I was gonna read it, but then I had homework and just kind of forgot about it. Surprisingly, Natsuki quiets down and looks in my direction. Yuri's eyes peek over her book. Okay, I think that'd be P-E-E-K, I think. Natsuki, I just want to say that I'm very sorry for forgetting. You're right about one thing. I could be a bit of a blockhead sometimes. Never heard MC be called that before. And I just hope that you can understand that I simply made a mistake. It doesn't mean that I don't care about you. Or your manga, that is. You could say you. It just means that I'm human. So I'll make mistakes sometimes. So I guess I'm asking you to forgive me. Natsuki looks to the side for a moment and her features begin to soften. Well, I guess... Yeah, Robbie has feelings too, Natsuki. I mean, you could just tell him off for something that he didn't do on purpose. That's not very nice. Okay, Charlie Brown. Wait, what? That reminded you of, like, Charlie Brown? Oh, blockhead. Right, I think there was, like, an insult. Someone called Charlie Brown on the thing. I think. I don't know, I don't watch much of Charlie Brown. I've only watched the 2015 movie. And even then, like, not too much of that, so... Yeah, I don't really watch much of Charlie Brown, so... Not to say the reference is, like, bad, I just didn't get it. Man. Okay, thank you for saying your piece, Sayori. Natsuki was... I mean, you should be more appreciative of him, Natsuki. Maybe you shouldn't... Hey, Monica, you also shouldn't interrupt others when they're speaking? What? Isn't he the kid with the ones? Yeah, Charlie Brown, you know? The guy who runs up to kick the football, but then the football, gets whipped out from under him and he does a cool, cartoony flip, that type of thing. He took an interest in your manga, and it is true that it wasn't his idea to spend his time at home reading it. Alright, I get it. Robbie, I accept. What? Okay, oh my god, a ton of things. One, what the hell is this? Why is everyone, just ganging up on her now? With this whole thing, she was literally about to accept. And what happened? Two, what? And I'm sure he'd appreciate you actually showing maturity by accepting his apology. Okay, that's a bit below the belt. Oh, the hell? And that's literally what she was about to do? What? Oof! Yuri! Why? Yuri, why? Yuri really has a talent for saying the most awkward things at the That's not even awkward! That's kind of an insult! That isn't even awkward at that point! Oh, wait, that's more so an insult. Yuri seems to have just noticed. Oh, did I say something wrong? Yeah? What? Yeah, no. Calling someone immature totally isn't wrong. That is sarcasm. Shots fired. What is with these references? What is with these references to memes? Was that what the oof was a reference to? The Roblox sound? What is happening with this mod? Damage was done. Natsuki bursts into tears. Okay! Okay, just... Now everything's just up to... And I'm... What did I see? What the fuck happened? That just went from 0 to 100 real quick there. Yeah, me too. What? I guess this is another emotional outburst due to lack of sleep, but still, it's like... I mean, Yuri... no, you shouldn't really be saying, I hate you, to, really anybody. But, with the reasonings for the outburst, Yuri, his comment was, the hell? The rest of the club kind of just ganged up and interrupted. And MC didn't really do much. I guess he just stood back and... I was probably like, oh, what is going on? We're all in shock. We just stand there and sigh. Also, what do you mean quit the literature club? What? This is one fight. Why would you... Where the hell else are you gonna keep your manga then? So everyone blew up. That seems to be what happened. That seems to be the feeling I'm getting. We're all just blowing up over nothing. Sarah's lips begin to quiver. Why? Why would she do that? I don't know, maybe because everybody ganged up on her? I feel like by that point she'd have to expect MC to say something like, yeah, and your tastes in manga, they could be better than parfait girls. I have real manga in my home. Or something like that, I don't know. I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. It was me. I was the one who did this. I was rambling again. How was that even rambling? That was one sentence! Rambling would be if you continued from that line of thought and kept on going further and further, stating, like, examples and reasons. I put my foot in my mouth, like the... Okay, calm down time? Okay, calm down time. Everybody's just emotionally, like, heated. What? You said one wrong thing. How does that make you a horrible person? I mean, sure, that thing was, like, a little too personal, but again, it's like, what? Why would anybody want to be... Don't say things like that. This seems like a freaking mountain out of a bowl. No, I'm not even kidding. This literally all started because MC forgot to read a manga that could have very easily been read in the club. Like, that was the starting point. It was just the teensiest of things, and yet suddenly it's magnified into, oh, Natsuki might be leaving the club now. Everybody's, like, doing an outburst, and everybody's in an emotional mess of a state at this point. What? I think that it's safe to say that everyone's to blame. We all just kind of jumped on her all at once when she was trying to accept Robbie's apology. But to leave the club? I mean, she wasn't serious about that, right? Why would she do that? What could have driven her to jump to such extreme Again, the whole thing that happened, you're literally the perspective we're playing in, MC. You saw the whole thing happen. It's me, I tell you. I ruined everything. If y'all feel like punishing, Jesus Christ. I know I deserve it. I mean, you deserve a stern talking to in terms of, like, you don't just call people immature or interrupt them like that, but you're acting like Yuri's acting like she committed a literature club crime or something. It really isn't that big of a deal. God! Yeah, what the hell? I can handle the rest. What is happening? What is going on anymore? Like, shut up, Yuri! Like, because that's how you just... What? Just shut... What? What is happening anymore? Just shut... Like, jeez, like... No, MC's like, shut up, Yuri, just shut up! Just... don't say things like that. You didn't do, like, too much wrong. Just, like, shut up! You just gotta shut up! Oh, Robbie. I'm sorry, Yuri. You see, this is really my fault and mine alone. How is this yours alone? All you did was forget to read a manga. Everybody else just kind of ganged up on her. Sarah jostled her awake when she was exhausted. Hell, MC was the one who was like, hey, maybe we should just, like, not bother Natsuki when she's trying to sleep. Abe, how is this his fault? I should have... No! Monica has her firm, determined face on now. Yeah, everybody... I think it's not the fact that it's like... Okay, I think everybody's just written really emotionally. Like just really emotionally in terms of, like... And that writing of everybody being, like, emotionally heated can be good writing if it's like proper build up to it. This just, okay, what point am I trying to make? Okay, this feels like it came out of nowhere and everybody's just kind of reacting, like, there we go. Everybody overreacted to the situation. And it just feels like they're written in a way where they're just like overreacting to the situation. Like, this fight would have like, this would have made sense, I feel, if the whole thing was like a consistent thing. Where Ramsey just consistently forgot to read the manga, but it doesn't feel like that. That doesn't seem to be the implication we're going for, so if it just kind of comes out as like mountain out of a molehill. Like, we all share the blame for this, and that includes Natsuki. But we were all such horrible friends to her, especially me. It's just like, it's like she was okay? I mean, I guess it's a thing where it's like, oh, you don't want to know type thing if you're not gonna finish the thought, so... Okay. But if Natsuki hadn't gotten all over Robbie in the first place... Weren't you the ones who woke her up? Maybe if she'd gotten the proper sleep, if she'd gotten the proper amount of sleep, she'd be in a better place emotionally to handle the situation. But all this is a matter that Natsuki and I could have settled on our own, at least after she cooled her jets a bit. There's no need for interference, especially not the kind that we got. Yeah, like everybody gathering up, ganging up, telling her stuff she probably already knows. Like, why? What? That might be true, but we all care about her. What are we gonna do now? She left the club. I think we should give her some space first. But what if she doesn't come back? She will. How can you be so sure? Oh, you have autism? Okay. Huh. Oh, that is an interesting way to look at it. Just gotta huh. Just going for the perspective of like... Because if she is serious about leaving the club, she'll be back for her manga, right? Yes, Robbie. So when she does come back, we'll make things right. I mean... But what if she's leaving the school? In this weather? Well, what? Our thoughts are interrupted by the school intercom. Due to the threatening storm, you could give like a name, but whatever. All the students who are currently on the school Yeah, like... Yeah, that's a nice way to word it. Like, this mod isn't handling it, like... I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it. Like... I guess it just feels like, from a story perspective, no, just from like a play perspective, things escalated like too quickly. Like, it just felt too quick to this escalation of like, what? Like, just kind of being all like, yeah, that was quick. It was just a quick going from like, oh yeah, we kind of ganging up a little to, I hate all of you! That type of thing. Like, it just felt too sudden, I think, is the problem. More information will be announced as soon as possible. Thank you. Now she has to come back! Yeah, let's not focus on the fact that the storm's gotten to a point that you cannot leave the school and go home. I mean, I guess that is the focus, though, like... The speaker thingy said so. But now that she's no longer a member of the club... Yeah. You bring up a good perspective. Like, yeah, this overreacting could be, like, explained, like it has a feel of, like, this is the feel, but that feel is executed way too suddenly, and, like, it escalated way too quickly for, like, what happened, if that's... And, you know, like, it feels too quick, so... And we'll see what happens. Does she technically have to come back to her club room? What? So, it's that easy to just leave the club and outright? You could just say, hey, I'm not a member anymore. No official paperwork to sign. Just like, I'm not a member. Bye. It's not like her to obey a random summons anyway. Well, there hasn't been enough time for her to have left the school. I mean, there will be if we keep on being stuck in here playing the blame game. So at least we know that she's still in the building. That's true. I say we go look for her. But the intercom said, I agree with Yuri. Fuck's sake. Natsuki's still a member of this club until she makes it official otherwise. I feel like her shouting, I'm leaving the literature club, makes it official otherwise. What? In what situation would like someone shouting that they're quitting the club not mean that they aren't that they are still a member of the club? What? So we're gonna find her. Oh, you have birds? Like 2 kids trying to fight on a playground. I thought there was like something within the mod that like I was like, oh come on, why is this happening now? Type thing, but yeah, wrangling like birds and trying to get them to like separate from a fight does seem pretty like, for fuck's sake, it's worthy, yeah. And if anybody asks, just tell them that we're looking for a missing club member. So screw the intercom, yeah! Yeah, screw the intercom thingy. Agreed. Where do we start? The school's quite extensive. Well, if I were to run out of the club room crying like that, I'd hide in the bathroom. That's what I do, like crying when I'm on my What? Oh, see, like that just felt too, what? Like, yeah, thank you for this TMI out of complete nowhere. Yeah, I mean, this is fan fiction. I mean, then again, it's like, this is fan fiction, just taking on a more, like, gameplay form. That's how Doki Doki Literature Club is unique in that aspect. Like, there are fanfics that you can read in an archive of your own, but more often than not, there's more, like, mods of games, and audits of the game. So, that's where the majority of the fan stuff lies. So, I mean, yeah. I don't get cut. I can't wait. But also, what? I mean, I guess it's like to accentuate the point of like, yeah, I kind of deal with similar things when I cry. That's where I go, so that could be where she goes. But I mean, why mention your period out of nowhere? What? Anyway, just Sarah, you and Yuri search the restrooms on this floor, and I'll search the ones on the first floor, and search every nook and cranny on this floor. Robbie will help me search the first floor. If none of us turn her up, then we'll all join together to hunt on the third floor. Sounds like a plan. Let's go! As agreed, we all search the school as thoroughly as we can. The school staff is helpful in letting Monica and I search restricted areas where Natsuki would probably be hiding if she really didn't want anyone finding her. But there's no sign of Natsuki to be found on any of the floors. Defeated, we all trudge sullenly back to the club room. Sari's quietly crying, and Yuri looks as though she'd been crying herself. Even I feel like losing it. Did we just lose a friend? Did I just lose Natsuki? The storm outside seems to match our feelings. Suddenly, hail begins to pound the school roof and windows. Hail! She squeaks out in fear and then ducks behind me. Normally I would have teased her, but nobody's in a teasing mood to be sure. I mean, yeah, you just kind of said that. The storm matched your feelings. Disappointment is written over all our faces. What are we gonna do? Honestly, I'm at a loss. Yes, Siri? This may sound dumb, but is it still possible for her to come for her manga soon? Like, that'd be a thing, like, just put on class doing work, and it's like, yeah, I have a period now! Like, yeah, cool, thanks for the info. Also, yeah, we just mentioned that she'd be coming back for her manga. Well, no, at least not today. What? Not today. What do you... Right, because of the storm. I'm so sad and hungry. I ate the cookies, but Natsuki made them. What? I'm so sad and hungry that I can't live with Again, anybody else getting a sitcom feel? Like some of these, like with some of these jokes, you're just expecting to hear a, like, laugh track follow them? This feels like one of those points. Come on, Siri. You don't mean that. Oh, I don't mean that, huh? Of course not. Why are we... What's happening now? That's right. I mean, that has happened in sitcoms. Like, there's a serious moment, but then it's like, oh, we gotta mitigate the tension. Random joke time, you know? Like... Oh, that has happened in sitcoms before. Like, there's a bright side. The bright side? Well, she'll be back eventually for her manga, right? We just established that twice! Yeah. So, this is what I'm thinking. She can't try to sneak them off while we're away because only Monica has the key to this room. This room that we're in. That'd be a bad tactic. We could talk to her when she actually does come back. Or one of us might even see her before then and talk to her. It's not the end of the world. Natsuki will pull through, you'll see. Hope seems to resurrect on all our faces. Well, let's hope that it won't be me running into her in the meantime. I'd probably say something stupid again. I mean, as long as you keep... I mean, as long as you don't randomly mention anything about periods, we should be good. Yuri, that's no way to see it. Yeah, it could be you of all people that could convince her to come back. You never know. Yes, Robbie's right. Let's remain positive, and I know that everything will turn out just fine. Okay, the school intercom comes back to life. Attention all students. The city has been placed under several severe weather warnings. All students are instructed to remain in their respective clubrooms for the night. Sleeping bags, food, and drinks will be provided in the locker room. Please begin making your way calmly and orderly in that direction. I think our chances of finding her today have just improved. Very Scooby-Doo Shack. Oh, thank you! Oh yeah, it does kind of feel like the green that, like, Shaggy would wear. Like, yeah, I mean, we've been placed under several severe weather warnings, meaning there might not be a chance to make it out of this alive, but... Actually, yeah, that literally go against the whole we gotta see it positive thing, so never mind. Still, it's like... I think so too! She's like a magnet when it comes to free food. Okay, that just got mentioned out of nowhere too. One can only wonder why. She's so... Why are we talking about... Why did this... What? Like, oh yeah, speaking of Natsuki, let's talk about her food preferences behind her back all of a sudden. Okay, cool. Food, what are we waiting for? I mean, at least that was brief. Still a little out of nowhere, but like... Yeah. RMC, everyone. Yeah, RMC, saying the type of forced dialogue that a laugh track would usually follow. Seriously, that feels like a thing where it's like, you just kind of, this line especially. Calmly and orderly, Sari. Oh, but there's no fun in that. Yeah, there's no, what? After a calm and orderly walk, yeah, these feel... Yeah, that's it. That's it. This feels forced. There we go. This feels like forced conflict. Like, we have to, like the potential of them being in a natural disaster wasn't enough. We gotta add the stakes of them potentially losing a member of the club due to, like, mountain out of molehill type stuff. So, okay, we find ourselves in the school locker room where the school staff is busy throwing together the promised materials. I'll get the food. Of course, Sari. You handle the drinks, and Robbie, you get the sleeping bags. I take a glance at them. They look pretty bulky and terribly heavy. Are you gonna help me with those, Monica? Who, me? You're a strong boy, Robbie. I'm sure you can handle it. Thanks, Monica, for kind of just throwing me under the bus there. Monica turns more serious. I'm gonna keep an eye out for Natsuki, so bring that small pink sleeping bag for her, okay? You mean the one with the kittens on it? The one and only. I smile. If Monica's that confident, then I feel good about our prospects of getting Natsuki back soon. How I feel about my prospects of holding a total of 5 sleeping bags upstairs to the clubroom is an entirely different story. Yeah, Monica, you really couldn't help with that? Really? I picked the smallest one first. That'd be Natsuki's. Well, here goes nothing. The sleeping bag is really weighing me down as I awkwardly stumble towards the stairwell. I can barely see where I'm going. I wonder if this is how Atlas... Who the fuck is Atlas? Like... What? I mean, when I see Atlas, I think of the Ruby location, but I don't think that's, like, what's being, like, said here, so who the hell is Atlas? You're doing great, Robbie. Not helping, Monica. You know, helping. I can hear Sari laughing, but I can't tell if she's laughing at me or at the food. What? I guess, like, oh, there's so much food, I'm gonna enjoy this. Like that? I don't know. Probably both. Or neither. Yeah, she could just be laughing at nothing. Okay? You can never tell with her. Oh, yeah. You're a strong boy, she says. I have as I push open the door to the second floor with my foot. I'm sure you can handle it, she says. I drop the sleeping bag on the floor to take a breather and count to the steps to the clubroom. Then, see. Pink? Natsuki? It was her, sure enough. And I guess that's... Alright, another good stopping point for like a little teeny be right back break. See that confrontation later. Alright, we're back. Let's see what happens. I can't mistake that small, delicate frame and pink hair. She has her back turned to me and is leaning her head against the clubroom doors, squelching the sudden urge to yell her name to avoid frightening her off. I carefully approach her. She apparently can't hear me over the sounds of her sniffling. Oh, Farinese Atlas. I wonder who that is. Or what that's from. Natsuki! Ah! She was startled, but she's not running away. Robbie! You shouldn't sneak up on a girl like that. I'm sorry, but Natsuki, where were you? We've been looking all over the school for you. Natsuki doesn't answer. She merely leans her head against the doors again and wipes away her tears. Oh, our 2nd century AD Roman marble sculpture of Atlas holding up a celestial globe. Huh, I did not know about that. Apparently, it didn't actually look everywhere. What do you mean? What? If you were near the clubroom doors, they would have seen you. What? Natsuki, am I coming back to the club? No, I'm not. What? But what are you doing here if you're not? Why aren't you? What? Yeah, because of this one argument that I had with the club members, I'm just gonna leave forever. Yup. Well, you see, Natsuki pauses desperately. My manga! I came back to get my manga. I'm keenly aware that I have something of a dense reputation. But even I can tell that she's not telling the truth. Instead, she's actually desperately wanting to rejoin the club. Oh, okay. But she's either too proud or too scared to ask us. Why? What? Natsuki. She looks up at me. That's not true and we both know it. But it is true. I was just coming back to take my manga home. Yup, to the home that you can't keep it in. But I thought you said that this was the only safe place for it. And you certainly wouldn't be taking your manga home in the middle of this storm. I mean, unless you decided to go all in on, screw the intercom, it can't tell us what to do. Come on, Natsuki. Nobody's judging. I mean, nobody's really here to judge anyway, but but the people who are here aren't judging either. It's just us. You want to rejoin the club, don't you? Natsuki hangs her head. You guys probably hate me now, I guess. No, Natsuki, why do you suppose we ran all over the school looking for you? I don't know. Maybe to rub it in? The fuck? Rub what in? Why would they rub in and like, haha, we just lost a club member. Go us! It's a weird thing to brag about. How could she let herself believe such garbage? Of course I wouldn't do such a thing. Natsuki Siri was so heartbroken that she was crying. I think Yuri was crying too. Monica was absolutely devastated. I mean, well, Yuri said. I mean, this is kind of like, if this was actually like, oh, you're quitting the club, like you're actually quitting the club over one fight, that's, I don't know, I don't know. So was I, and we want to let you know how sorry we are, how much we miss you, how much we want you back. I mean, it's only been an hour, and the club atmosphere just doesn't feel the same anymore. Stop lying to me. I mean, to be fair, MC, that did feel like a giant guilt trip. It's such a thing. Everyone was so sad to see you go. You don't want to make them sad, do you? But I know how rude I can be sometimes, and I was so rude to you and Yuri. How could you guys want me back? Listen, Robbie, I learned a long time ago that nobody truly wants or likes me. So why should you guys? What is she saying? Yeah, this is just forced. Is she trying to tell me something without saying it? I guess the tell me without saying part is like, is she trying to tell me her backstory without saying it? As she stands there crying softly, my mind begins to race. I already know that she's really insecure, but to what extent and why? What details am I missing? All I can do, I guess, is to reassure her the best way I can. Natsuki, I can assure you with every fiber of my being that I'm telling you the truth. And you can trust me when I tell you that I care about you. That we all care about you, that is... Don't be a coward, dude. Also, that just ruins the sentiment, doesn't it? A little? Just go with the... I care about you. It doesn't... The fact that you care about it doesn't automatically need to equate to romantic feelings. Like, I could say I care about you to my best friend. That wouldn't be romantic. I mean, that'd just be like a fact. I care about my best friend. You could care about someone in that type of way. Why are you embarrassed to say it? Will she believe me? A quiet laugh escapes Natsuki said, "You're such a dummy sometimes, Robbie." Yeah, I know, but she quiets down again. Are you sure that you all want me back? Of course! I mean, who do you suppose that sleeping bag back there is for? Me? Natsuki giggles again. You dummy. I smile. I don't know. Natsuki! Suddenly the moment is interrupted. There's a what? Wah! Followed by a... Uh-oh. Followed by a... back to wacky sitcom antics. Natsuki breaks out laughing along with the rest of the live studio audience that we have right here before us. I mean, you dummy. So you tripped over the sleeping bag you left in front of the stairwell. Huh? Natsuki? I turn to take a look, but all I see is a sleeping bag and scattered food items all over the floor. No Sayori, though. What? I turned back around to find that Sayori had made her way in that short amount of time to Natsuki. She's now hugging Natsuki like a child hugging a lost and found stuffed animal. Jeez, I get it, Sayori, I get it. You can let go of me now. But I've got you now, Natsuki, and I'm never letting you go. Sayori, you're hurting me. Sayori releases her death hug. Wincing, Natsuki begins holding her arms. Ow, ow. Natsuki, are you okay? I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm so sorry. You didn't do anything, Sayori. It's just that hugs, really tight hugs hurt. But I'm alright now. Robbie? Why did you leave Natsuki's sleeping bag on the floor? Somebody could trip Natsuki? Monika starts to rush to her, but Natsuki throws her hands to the fence. No! No more hugs! Alright, but Natsuki, are you coming back to the club? Yeah. There's no telling what kind of rut you guys would end up in without me. Oh, Natsuki, we're so sorry. We weren't trying to hurt your feelings. It's fine. She looks aside reflectively. I suppose I might have been wrong too, alright? I mean, I guess Monika offers her a hug and Natsuki carefully accepts it. This looks dangerous. Robbie, why is the... Yuri, look! Natsuki's back! Yuri's face brightened up and she also begins to hurry to us. If this keeps up, I'm gonna catch my death of hugs. Oh, back to those wacky sitcom antics. I like the sound of that. I'm sorry for what I said, Natsuki. Yeah. So am I. Like, can we just pretend that this didn't happen? That sounds like a great idea. I mean, after all, just pretending that this didn't happen is a great way to learn from your mistakes and make sure that it doesn't happen again. Do you know what else sounds like a great idea, Robbie? Monika's looking straight at me. What? Picking up that sleeping bag before a teacher dies from something other than hugs. Oh, you! Like, at any point they could just go into like a pose and then the credits start rolling. Natsuki and I'll clean up the mess, and I'll help Robbie with the rest of the sleeping bags. Well, at least someone's offering to help. I guess I'll organize the club room for the night. Okay, everyone. It sounds like we're all back together again. And hopefully closer than ever before. Yeah, we're all friends again. And as friends, we're gonna go camping in the club room together. After sharing poems that we never get to see and eating our fill, we all begin settling in for the night. The storm is still hammering on the school pretty hard. Natsuki and I were planning to read manga together. Okay, but the club room had gotten pretty dark while we were eating. And we all began to realize that all of this could have been avoided if Natsuki just went with her original suggestion and that she kind of jokingly typed in and read the manga together at the club. This whole thing could have been avoided if we just acknowledged that, you know, that was an option. Just... Okay. We decided to put it off for later. That is how this whole thing started, and it's like, we can read it later. If that was always an option, why did any of this happen? That was like, oh my god, that's frustrating. That whole thing was literally what started this. I forgot to read it last night. And now that whole thing ends with them still not reading it and putting it off for later. Essentially, and forgetting to read it for today, for tonight. So this whole thing was just a giant waste of time! I mean, again, this is, I think, still a demo, I guess, but... The hail also isn't letting up. To be honest, I'm not too concerned about the storm that warranted several weather warnings. So I bundle up in my sleeping bag and quietly drift off to sleep. Is something going to happen? Oh, there we go. Robbie? I open my eyes groggily to see Natsuki's figure kneeling over me in the darkness. This was years ago, so I don't think it'll ever be finished. Ah, okay. Is there something wrong, Natsuki? I can't really see her, so I reach for my phone. I turn its lights on. My phone light shines up on her face. She's looking a little concerned and pale. Are you alright there, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I was just wondering if... Oh, hey, the storm seems to have let up. From the look at the windows over there. If you were alright. Well, I'm doing just fine, Natsuki. How about you? Okay. Thunder suddenly roars just outside the club room. Ah! Is she scared? No, really? Natsuki? Yeah? Is the storm bothering you? No, of course not. I mean, you'd be scared of a little storm. I was just kind of wondering if you were scared. Well, considering that I was sleeping soundly, I guess the answer to that would be no. I'm not scared. I guess that whole thing, like, kind of goes forward in terms of, like, oh, Natsuki and MC will be closer together now. Alright, then. So if you do need me, I'll be over there. Yeah, she's scared. She just doesn't want to admit it. Why not? Are you having a hard time sleeping or something? I mean, from the thunder? Yeah. Natsuki latches on to a good excuse. Yeah, that's it. And... I eye her with a knowing look on my face. Are we gonna say anything? It's like the... What? Third friggin' ... thing? Okay, fine, I'm scared. So if you're gonna laugh at me, then just laugh me to What the what? Like, you're scared of a storm with roaring thunder that again has warranted severe weather warnings to the point that we are literally not in our own homes. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous just saying it out loud. And why would anyone laugh because of that? And just get it over with. Does she really think that I'm gonna laugh at her? Natsuki, what makes you think that I'm gonna laugh at you? Well, anybody else would. But those other people are stupid. Again, they are literally staying the night in the school because this storm is so bad that they can't go home. Why would people laugh at that? Come on, Natsuki. You know that I wouldn't do such a thing. let's see what we can do about this then. Thanks, Robbie. I really can't afford to lose any sleep. What do you mean? Never mind. I really can't believe that just admitted that I was scared to you. Oh no, you're getting closer with someone to the point that you can do that. So you better not tell anyone. I highly doubt the club would laugh at you either. Of course I won't tell. So, let's see. I mean, I'm just scared. What can we do about that? That's what he was trying to figure out? What? Well, back when I was a kid, I used to get frightened of storms too. So my mom told me to just pretend that there was a huge giant in the sky who had ambitions of becoming a photographer. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The flashes of light are kind of like camera flashes. The thundering is him walking to a new location. A photographer? Yeah, you see, he's not very good at it, but he tries really hard. The lightning is him taking his pictures. The results are always really bad, so he throws a tantrum by stomping his feet and groaning. That's a new one. Which makes the sound of thunder. Just then lightning flashes and thunder follows, and it sounds just as I described it. Natsuki starts laughing. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. That makes me wonder what other funny stories you have up your sleeve. That wasn't even a story. That was the that was the method. What? Well, not too many, I guess. I do lead a pretty boring life. But all that changed when I found the literature club. And you? I half expect to get a gut punch. Like, ugh, that's too sentimental for my liking. But Natsuki just looks aside and begins to blush a deep red. Tell me, lightning and thunder hits again, making Natsuki laugh. Oh, your funny story spared you an elbow to the ribs. Fuck? Why? I led a boring life, but that changed when I found the literature club and you. Freaking, I don't know. Why? I guess, like, but if you truly want to help me, would you like to read Parfait Cross with me? Oh, finally! Reading... I mean, sure! After all, we gotta pay off that forced conflict somehow! But we have no light. That's okay, we can just use your phone light. I just want to relax for a bit. Well, my phone battery's mostly full. Why the heck not? Of course I'd take this invitation. Why not? Let's do it. And don't sound so enthusiastic. What? We're reading the... What? It's not like a date or anything. Oh, I know that! I was just excited about reading the manga. What? Of course it's not a date. Who'd think that it's a date? Even the way the romance is feels so sitcom-y. You know? We're only going to read manga together in the middle of the night. That's... You know, make it sound weird, dummy. Yeah, what was up with that? Call it relaxation time with a friend, okay? Whatever you say, Natsuki. Natsuki leaves me there to get her sleeping bag. Quietly, to avoid waking the others, I slide my own sleeping bag to the closet. I notice that Natsuki's really struggling to drag her little sleeping bag. I'd offered to help, but unpresent memories of a certain kind tell me not to. We read in silence for a while. Okay, nice little bit of background change to make it more dreary. Like that. I must admit, this is nice. Safe from the storm and reading the manga with Natsuki. In the middle of the night. How could things be better? The storm makes Natsuki laugh occasionally as we read. Makes me feel pretty good knowing that I can help her a little. I just hope that I can help her with whatever else has been bothering her. When I first joined the club, I must admit that her attitude toward both me and Yuri kind of put me off a little. I mean, also today, but whatever. But it was that first day of reading manga with her that something clicked. What was it that she said? She was talking about her manga and said something about wondering what her dad would do if he were to find it. That moment I realized there must be something going on behind the scenes in her life that makes her so distrustful. Oh, okay. But what could it be exactly? I don't know. Her dad? It'd have something to do with her dad. Maybe start there. I quickly steal a glance at Natsuki. She's looking pretty sleepy now. She's just dozing while staring at me. Natsuki? She jumps out of her doze. Huh? You're alright there? Yeah, I'm just... She yawns. You getting tired? Before she can answer, she drifts off on my shoulder. Well, I guess it's lucky that we brought our sleeping bags then. I close my eyes as well. I'm not sure how Natsuki will react when she discovers that we sort of slept together. Sort of. What do you mean, sort of? She's on your shoulder and you're sleeping with her. That kind of fill the definition of sleeping together, wouldn't it? What if the other girls catch us? I guess not wanting to wake her up would probably be the best explanation in the morning. Is this how the mod just does the passage of time? Is that water I'm feeling? You could have just cut out, like, 5 of those. Nope, 5 is all there is. 4 of those. There we go. Did somebody just pour water on my head? It's not funny, Monica. Why is this playing? What? That doesn't fit. I mean, it will fit in a little bit when it's, like, just a scribbly mess, but, like, so I'm just waiting for that, but, like, what? What is this a... Nope, not yet. There we go. Dang it, I'm soaked all over. What's with Monica and her teasing? Wait, what are those noises? Sounds like someone's groaning really loudly. Probably just Monica screwing with me. What? Yeah, Monica, stop groaning loudly for no reason. What elaborate plan would this happen? What elaborate plan are you forming in your head? Yeah, she just pours water all over you and then just pretends to be injured for some reason. I don't know. But the weird sounds continue. Am I just dreaming this? No. Wait. What's with all the water? Feels like I'm in a whirlpool or something. What the heck was that? I mean, maybe if you'd open up your eyes, you'd find out. Something hard slams into me. What's going on? Robbie! Another crash. Gotta be dreaming. Robbie! Is that Yuri screaming? Wake up! Now I hear Natsuki screaming. I think he's already awake. Grab Natsuki, Robbie! Oh no, this is no dream. How the hell would you I mean, what? Why would you think it was a dream? If you actually, like, felt the water and felt the slamming, that'd probably be enough to tell you, this is reality. Okay? Help me! I try opening my eyes, but there's so much water splashing on my face that I can't. Oh. Grab Natsuki, Robbie, the flood is washing her out. Monika's screaming. Blindly, I wildly reach out for Natsuki. Somehow I manage to grab her arm. I got you! There's a low and menacing groaning noise. Everyone hold on to something! Natsuki! Look out, Robbie! Look out, lowercase name! Natsuki screams in my ear. What is up with all these exclamation marks? Just everywhere, there's so many of them. The fuck? Did someone just die? Oh, that's a neat transition. That's a neat background. That's a neat background. That's a neat bit of watercolor. If that's what it is. Or am I? My head. I can faintly hear a familiar voice whispering to me. Hold still, Robbie. You took a hard blow to the head. Monica? What's going on? Try not to talk, Robbie. What does she mean? What's going on? Where the heck am I? Wait, where's the storm? Where's the flood? Is it over already? What is this place? I faintly see Yuri approaching me. Oh, Robbie, are you alright? You were unconscious for several hours. Oh, God. Where's Sayori? She's sleeping right now. Don't worry about her. She's alright. It's just... What's wrong? Where are we? What's going on, Monica? A flash flood destroyed the school and carried us off somewhere into the forest. Okay, a flash flood destroyed the school. That's not a flash flood. That's storm surge. Okay, maybe the flood was, like, powerful enough to do that. I feel like that'd be more in line with, like, storm surge than anything else. We lost our sense of direction, so we're really lost. And Natsuki, I'm scared. What happened to her? Is she alright? Where is she? I try to spring to my feet, but my headache forces me back down. Ow! She's not looking too good, Robbie. The same steel beam that hit your head hit hers. I'm really worried. Then let's go get help! Call for help! We can't. All of our phones were destroyed or lost, along with most of everything else. We've done everything that we can for Natsuki. All we can do now is wait. I let my head fall back to the ground helplessly. How did everything change so fast? Ah, okay. Okay, that's cool. How did everything change so fast? That's what I'm wondering. What the fuck? Again, this feels like suddenly this is happening. It's the same sudden feeling. One moment I was sleeping soundly after reading manga with Natsuki. Now we're in the middle of nowhere, with Natsuki's life on the line, and I can't do anything for her. I want to scream. I want to curse the world. Okay, take it easy there. But my head... Ow! You'll be alright in a bit, Robbie. Then we can go from there. I just hope Natsuki pulls through too. I try to rest my head, but I'm just too worried about Natsuki. What would I do if she... No, she won't die. She can't. It just wouldn't be fair. I mean, death hardly is fair. Honestly. I'm going back to watch over Natsuki. Maybe she'll wake up soon. Slowly I begin to sit up. Feeling better, Robbie? Oh, my head feels like it just went through the... Chernobyl disaster? Okay, that's a random thing to just reference. If it felt like it... But I guess I'm feeling a little better. Yeah, like... Felt like I went through the Chernobyl, but I'm feeling a little better. That's good. I mean, not the part with your head feeling like that, but I guess the thing where you sit up is good. The thing is, Natsuki, she's not very strong. I can't help feeling terribly apprehensive for her prospects. Yuri looks away. Gripping my head, I stumble to my feet. I'm gonna take a look. Alright. Yuri points out where Natsuki's lying. I follow her finger and see her. Monika's busy wiping her forehead down with a soaked cloth torn from someone's clothes. Sari is sleeping next to Natsuki. She looks as though she'd fallen asleep hugging Natsuki. Good girl, Sari. Always so tender-hearted. I can't help but wonder if her presence through the night had helped Natsuki. I mean, probably with a sense of calm, not with her physical injury. They say that those who are in a coma can sense the presence of others. I haven't really heard anyone say that, but I haven't really looked up that much about comas, so... What do I know? Carefully, I step across the grass up to them. Monika's quietly whispering comforting words to Natsuki, but Natsuki remains unresponsive. I kneel down to feel her head. Oh! She's burning up with fever! Monika hands me another wet cloth. Here, use this. It'll help. I hope. With Yuri running back and forth between us in the stream to keep the clothes wet and cool, Monika and I continue working on Natsuki. After an hour or so, Natsuki's high fever begins to subside. I think it's safe to say that she's out of any immediate danger. It's just a matter of time before she wakes up. Meanwhile, the best we could do is to keep her as comfortable and as cool as possible. Oh, right, and also figure out where the hell are they? Wait, where am I? Where's Mr. Cow? Oh, right. I remember. Oh, is Natsuki alright now? Sari places her hand on Natsuki. I think she's alright for the moment, Sari. Natsuki! Sari throws herself on the limp Natsuki and embraces her. I'm so glad you're better, Natsuki. You're gonna be alright. You hear me, Natsuki? You're gonna be alright. Guys, it's gonna be dark soon. What, soon? How long were they out? What? Okay. So they slept through the night, and then MC woke up in the middle of the night. And then he fell asleep. But I guess he kind of like got woken up at a certain point, and it's several hours. Like, what do you mean soon? Wouldn't it be noon or something? Now that Natsuki's doing better, maybe we should get ourselves ready for the night. I mean, already? Really? It really feels like through timing and stuff you still have the whole afternoon, but whatever. I don't fancy spending another night wet and hungry. Another night? Wait, oh, right. Me neither. We'll need to build a shelter, start a fire, and try to get something for dinner. We haven't eaten in so long. Sari begins whimpering. Yeah, and I'm hungry. Yeah, that's what it means when you haven't eaten in so long. You get hungry. Good job. Well, I could try fishing. I used to do that a lot, and I'm not that bad at it. I'll just need to make some kind of fishing rod. You know what? There we go. This is what the mod should have been about from the beginning. No forced conflict, just like, oh, there's a storm. Everybody reacts to the storm, and there's a little bit of bonding stuff. MC apologizes. And Natsuki accepts, and they read the manga, and then they kind of get themselves ready. You know, stuff like that. The first bit should have been spent... The first half of the mod feels like it should have been purely spent on the preparation instead of the forced conflict with Natsuki. So that way, hey, and now that we're out of that, this feels more, like, natural, I guess. Alright, you can go and try that. I can't promise any results, but I'll try my best. So he jumps up. I'll build the fire and cook anything that... No, I said the first half. I mean, unless it's like fish and bitch, you know, like fish, that. I think if I say a word too quickly, then it'll sound like a different word. I don't think I said that. If I did, I don't know when. What? I said first half, I think. When would I have said... What? Okay. I mean, sorry if I did, though, so... Sari... Building a fire? Yeah, what's wrong with that? You just get wood and you just... What? I think I'll take care of the fire, Sari. No, you're gonna explain. Why are we so apprehensive about Sari... building a fire? Oh, okay. Like, why are we so apprehensive about that? She's not... Maybe it's the inexperience, but I think everybody here is, like, inexperienced in fire building, so why not Sayori? I also kind of thought that it'd be like, I'll take care of the cooking instead of like, what? I don't know. Why don't you make us a shelter of some kind? I think I saw some tarp and a pile of debris upstream. You can use that. Alright, Monica, I can do that. What about me? I guess I'm useless as usual. Jeez, okay. No, I'm sure that any one of us could use your help. So I'll just leave it to you whom you want to help out. Oh, is it choice time? Well, it looks like Monica's leaving it to me then. So I guess I'll... There's a lot of stuff to do. I mean, if we have time... This doesn't really feel like route stuff, but... Okay, which one would be better? Fishing. One hands on deck would be good with that. Building a shelter. I think the most honestly, I think the most important thing is to, like, build a shelter so that if it rains again, you know, and it's like just rain, then you'll at least have shelter to get a good night's sleep. So, Sari, let's see what kind of shelter we can construct. Okay. Hey, Monica, didn't you say that you saw some kind of tarp near here? Yes, I did. While we were being carried downstream in the flood, I happened to notice a pile of debris on the bank. There was a tarp tangled in it, but I really can't say if the tarp is in any kind of shape to be used for shelter, or if it's even still there. I'm pretty sure that it's still there. Well, then what are we waiting for, Robbie? It'll be just like building a pillow fort when we were kids. Yeah, hopefully not. I seem to detect that there's a really interesting story behind that. I mean, maybe there also was an interesting, like, apology within that, too, but focus on the story part. Oh, there is! There was this time when I almost smothered Robbie under a pillow. How did that ever happen, Sari? Well, you see, Robbie and I were... Hey, Sari! We can't just get back to the sitcom antics so suddenly, dude. Suddenly. Maybe some other time. Alright. Oh, now we're back to sitcom stuff. I was feeling a bit too serious. Yeah, it'll be a story for the campfire tonight. If there's a campfire tonight, sorry. Monica hasn't made it yet, and she's not sure if she'll be able to pull it off. Looks like he's posing dramatically. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Just like... Okay. Well, I could help you if... Oh, no, Robbie, it'll be fine. Besides, a shelter could be just as important as a fire. Alright. Well, Sari, that shelter won't... I just realized if they don't have a fire, how are they cooking the food? Maybe I should have helped Monica with the fire. Oh well, choice made. We'll probably see the other choices, like... If that's the only one, I'll probably, like, see the other choices, like, a little bit, and then, like... randomly poses dramatically mid-call. Yeah, that... I mean, like, Natsuki's, like... Well, I mean, Natsuki probably would if she could. She's in a coma during this, but, like just changing poses like that. Like, that... I feel like you lose track of the topic real quickly if that kept happening. Try to keep up, Robbie! Sari! Yeah? So it's gotta be the third time that you almost fell into the stream. Okay. So his carefree skipping by the stream had indeed almost cost her several dunkings. I just don't understand how she could be so carefree in a situation like this. I saw some grumbling noise rumbled in competition with the rolling stream. Ah! Robbie, I'm so hungry! Let's just hope that Yuri can catch something for us tonight. And that we can cook it! I don't know what'll happen if they get salmonella. But what is she gonna fish with? That sounds like her department, Sari. I'm sure that she'll figure it out, but it's up to us to build the pillow fort! The pillow fort? Why are we calling it that? So we'd better get moving. Without getting wet. Sari's temporary enthusiasm soon fades a little as we walk further upstream. She doesn't say anything for some time before speaking up in a hushed tone. Robbie? Yes, Sari? Are you sure that Natsuki would be alright by herself? Wait, no one's watching her? I thought... What? Oh! I mean, she is kind of delicate and all. Oh, God. She'll be fine, Sari. What she really needs is some good rest right now. But I wish there was something that we could be doing for her. Well, we are doing something for her, Sari. We're building... Yeah, Yeah, that would. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just hope that Monica's able to start that fire. We're building that shelf. The pillow fort. Why are you calling it that? The pillow fort. Can we just call it a shelter and relive childhood nostalgia around the campfire? What? That's really important. It'll keep her warm and dry. Yeah, I guess that's true, but I just can't stop feeling worried about her and for the rest of us. I mean, what if we don't make... I stop walking and take her by the shoulders. Don't worry, Sari. Everything's gonna be okay. With the way that you just kind of interrupted her and took her by the shoulders, it sounds like you're telling yourself. I mean, Sean does like, don't worry, everything is going to be okay. Okay, we're gonna make it out of this and we're gonna be fine. Okay, just, we gotta stay calm. I'm totally not freaking out on the inside. Like, it just kind of sounds like you're telling yourself that more than you're telling Sari that. I mean, the chances that first responders will find us within the next few days or so is really high. Huh. I didn't really know that. Like, I knew... Huh. I hope it's just a matter of making sure that we don't starve too much or get sick. That seems to cheer her up for the time being. Yeah, suddenly building a Thanks, Robbie. Alright, let's get this done. We can go for a swim later. Hey, how did you know that I'm not gonna answer that question. Although probably the fact that she was like skipping near the water, but MC isn't saying that. Let's go. Well, there's the pile of debris that Monica saw. Entangled within was a relatively well-preserved tarp. Now the real question was, how are we gonna get it out? Enthusiastically, Sari climbs up onto the debris and begins yanking at the tarp with all her might. Robbie, you're not helping! Well, maybe because I'm not so sure if that's the best way to remove the tarp. You might be damaging it. Yeah. Suri's apparently hoping that sounding like an anime character will give her some extra powers or something. It worked? I mean, she did manage to tear a little piece of the tarp off, the part she was holding, and she flopped on the ground. Ow! I tried to stifle a laugh. You're alright, Sayori? Oh, my butt. That's not how it works in anime. Well, I mean, it is if we were trying to go for a realistic approach. Also, it might be how... Also, maybe you need to check which genre you're in. This whole thing feels sitcom-y, so maybe you're in a sitcom? I'm not so sure about that, Sayori. Huh? Ow, ow, what? Ah! Immediately, Sayori shoots through her feet and begins swinging at her legs. Ants! Ants! I sat on an anthill! They're all over your legs! Run into the water before they get into your clothes. Not wasting any precious time. I mean, unless there's a fire it. Because... Ah, take that, you little ant demons! You can't stop us from building our pillow fort! I mean, they're so tiny, unless they're fire ants or something. I shake my head and grin. Oh, Sayori! And then, you know, just, I don't know. Well, it looks like you got that swim anyway. Sayori smiles back as she wades back out of the water. Yep, you can't fight destiny! Unless destiny's fighting you. Okay, what? What does she mean by that? That's deep, Sayori. What brought that on? We gonna answer the question, or are we just gonna stand around awkwardly? The ants! It was their idea. Smirking, I wave her nonsense off. That's totally not hiding anything. Nope, not at all. Before trying my own hand at getting the tarp out of the pile. Don't step on the anthill. Way ahead of you, Sayori. I take a closer look at the tarp. Yeah, it's pretty tangled up in here, but it looks intact. I think that I could get it out. Is there anything that I can do to help? Yeah, why don't you do some dumpster diving in the meantime? You've had plenty of experience with that. What? By that I mean your room. I thought that it was like a natural thing, like... Okay, that was below the belt, MC. That was not cool. Not cool. But I guess it took a bit of time. But I guess it took a bit of laugh track. I mean, ellipses for her to get to that point. So he splashes some water at me, and I almost take my own turn in introducing my butt to the ant pile. Hey, I almost fell. Yeah, and you deserve it too, you meanie. I was only joking, Sayori. Besides, it does look like one sometimes. Like a what? A dumpster. So he splashes more water at me. Hey, I really don't want to fall here. You call my room a dumpster. A dumpster. A dumpster. Whoa, wait, is she actually mad at me? Okay, I guess I was I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. She turns her back to me and kneels in the mud. Oh, good going, Robbie. You finally took it one step too far. Gingerly, I stepped down and walked to her, but she's still giving me the cold shoulder. Meanwhile, I'm wondering if this music's, like, playing currently still appropriate. Hey, sir, you know I was only teasing about that. I'm really sorry. If I knew that I was gonna hurt your feelings, I wouldn't have said anything like that. You know that, Sayori. Sayori? Sayori turns around. What? I suddenly have a face full of mud. What? Okay. Sayori, I counterattack with a handful of my own, but she grabs me. I don't know, Robbie. You deserved it. You deserved it. You were being a meanie. And meanies get mudded. I relinquish my attack. Alright, you win this round, Sayori. I get the dumpster diving already. Laughing, Sayori dives in and I return to the tarp. It wasn't too long before Sayori's dumpster diving skills pay off. That was... I mean, I guess that hints at stuff. Hey, look what I found, Robbie. She reappears from the pile of debris, triumphantly brandishing a coil of rope. Yeah, that's a fantastic find, Sayori! Now let's just hope there aren't any sturdy branches to hang it from. It'll make building the pillow fort a whole lot easier. Yeah, it would. What if Fury knows any knots that could be of use to us? I know 3 knots! 3? That's pretty impressive! Yeah! Which ones are they? Well, I know the shoelace knot. Yeah, I remember teaching you that one. And you also showed me how to do the square knot, which is all the knots that we will be needing, I suppose. I guess so. Hey, you said that you know 3 knots. What's the 3rd? I don't know any others. Well, what's the other knot? Okay, guess we're revealing it. Never mind. Huh? Knots can be valuable in situations like this. Don't vote out on us like this, Sayori. What is it? I said it's nothing, but never mind. That tone. I don't think I've ever heard her use that tone of voice before. It was so dark and final. Hey, Sayori, if you don't want to tell me what it is, you don't have to. Although I can't imagine why in the world you wouldn't want to tell me what it is. I guess MC's never heard of or seen a noose in his life before. Probably for the better. Isn't my word good enough for you, Robbie? When I said it was nothing, I meant it was nothing. That's the end of it. But do you want more mud in your face? Because it's got meanie written all over it. Well, excuse me for being It's about the 3rd knot of 3. No, I'm good. Come on, let's get back to work. Right. Seems as though we've been playing more than working. There's no fun in working if you don't sprinkle some fun into it. After some effort, I finally freed the tart from the debris. Got it! I proudly flip it open for Sayori to see. Oh, but it has holes in it. They're not big enough to be a problem, though. I think that it'll work well enough for the pillow fort! Stop! Yeah, that's the spirit. So, where are we gonna build it? Well, let's just drag it to wherever Monika's piling firewood and tie it up in a tree or something. Sounds like a plan! On our way back, we could faintly hear Yuri shouting. Sayori suddenly turns pale. Oh no, Natsuki! It's okay, Sayori, she's yelling in triumph? She must have caught something. It's weird, this could all just be the thing where it's like, no, she's yelling in triumph. Don't worry, everything's fine. Evening falls on our campsite as the girls begin finishing their respective jobs. Monika begins cooking the fish while Yuri is busy tending to the fire. Meanwhile, Sayori is making some kind of bed of grass for Natsuki. Now I need to carry Natsuki to the shelter. I've got to be really careful here. Dropping her is entirely out of the question. It's bad enough that I'm gonna move her. Let's try not to do anything stupid. Carefully I slide my right arm underneath her knees and left arm under her neck. Gotta be really gentle here. Lift with your knees and not with your back. Up! Careful. I've got you, Natsuki. As gently as I can, I stand all the way up. Oh my gosh! To be honest, I was expecting her to be heavy for me, but she barely weighs anything at all. Her head and limbs dangle lifelessly as I take my slow and measured steps toward the shelter where Sayori had just finished the grass bed. I near the shelter and Sayori meets me. Do you need help with her, Robbie? Yeah, let's try to put her down as gently as we can. With Sayori's help, I gently lay Natsuki out on the bed of grass. How's she doing? It's kind of hard to tell, I'm afraid. Poor thing. I really feel bad for her, Robbie. Well, you're in good company, Yuri. I think it's safe to say that we're all pretty concerned about her. How's her fever, Robbie? I placed my hand on Natsuki's head. Looks like her fever's beginning to spike again. We probably should start cooling her off again, guys. Okay, everyone, the fish is ready. Who's hungry? You girls go ahead and eat. I'll take care of Natsuki for now. But you've got to be starving. It's okay, Sayori. I spent most of our time out here unconscious, so I can't be as hungry as you guys are. What? That... Yeah, don't worry. My mental time is going to catch up with my body time soon enough. Your body still lacks food. What? Go ahead. Alright, Robbie. I'll soak up some of the clothes for you first. Thank you, Yuri. You coming, Robbie? I'll be along once one of you's finished eating. I'm looking after Natsuki. The night fell upon us really quickly and turned everything monochrome. While the girls were eating their meager meal, the fire lights on Natsuki's white face as I gently soak her forehead down. Natsuki weakly fidgets. Oh, Robbie? Sayori? Monika? It's me, Natsuki. She seems groggy. Maybe delirious? Are you alright? Ugh, it hurts. She's speaking so weakly that I can barely hear her. Monika approaches us. She seems to have been the only one who heard Natsuki. Is she awake? Monika asks this very quietly. Monika? Natsuki falls unconscious again. Monika gently taps my shoulder. I can take care of her now. You go eat. Reluctantly, I rise to my feet and head to the fireplace. I take the last of the fish and peel off what remains of the meat. Yuri and Saria seem too tired to talk. They crawl up together in the shelter to sleep. That leaves only Monica and I awake. She's silent. Maybe she's listening to the crickets that we aren't hearing, or the moving water that we also aren't hearing. The fish is actually pretty good. Some salt would have been nice, though. But at least I have something to eat and to drink. And I have a fire warming my face. The silence is rather refreshing as well. We can do this. We've got to do this. I stand back up and walk back to the shelter. Monica stands up as well. You go ahead and get some sleep, Robbie. I can take the first watch. Thanks, Monica. I really am grateful. My eyelids are so heavy. I slump down in the shelter and close my eyes. Oh, is this a flashback? Hey, Robbie, don't worry, I'm alright. This is just the... Oh, okay. That's a weird way to end the demo. Okay, demo over. I mean, yeah, oh. What? That's a yeah, it's a demo. And I guess that release date was done before, like, I guess stuff interfered, and then, you know, the mod wasn't really being worked on. That happens quite a bit with fan fiction. I've seen a bunch of fanfics where it's like, oh, I have a schedule now, and then it's like, oh, they're out for months, so, which is not really their fault in terms of stuff like that. Life happens, so, well, he hopes it will be anyway. Yeah, it's kind of busy these days with college's artwork and Dark Souls 2. Well, like, damn Dark Souls 2! Anyway, you want... Alright, let's see. Where to begin? This is what? Background images. These are all from the community. You know what? I'm just gonna... It was made by Astro... Okay, Classroom Rain. Corridor... Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a link. Do you play that? No, I haven't played Dark Souls 2 in a... Ooh, I've never played that, and I haven't even really heard of it. Tell me, guys, I don't know, probably to assuage people like, don't worry guys, Natsuki's fine. Instead, well, I mean, you seem to have that taken care of before. Or Nika? Again, same thing. A better choice for all this. See, looks like it's also... Alright? No, you don't need to shut up on it. Honestly, I enjoy having, like, your commentary here. Like, streams just kind of feel empty without commentary. I mean, again, because the whole point is, like, you're streaming this live for people to watch live, so the whole point is to talk with your viewers, so... You know, if a stream lacks commentary, it just kind of feels empty. Oh, Markiplier for... Sing him to that, and... Bijou Mike for introducing him to the world of... Yeah, the first one was exit music. Back to the special things! Yeah, I haven't played exit music. I've only played its infuriating redux. Yeah, I'd also like to thank Tormuse for his invaluable instructions on modding. Yeah, he's a pretty good modder. Yay! And Mr. Epic is here for his DDLC scripting guide. Combo Dev for his YouTube tutorial videos, and his voice actor, who doesn't sound a bit like Monica. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Did everyone? No? Oh, that's right. Use the program... What? Photos in Microsoft Paint to modify and enhance some of the vanilla and custom-made BGs. And use the program Snippet Sketch to modify the Doki Doki Literature Club logo. Well, I mean, I guess that's a good... Well, I mean, it did a pretty good job of doing that, so I guess that's a program I'll recommend. Could have been left. Oh, that's right. How could I forget them? What? Whoops. Okay. The following YouTube channels for the... Okay. You like to say Afro Zero. That's where... Okay, there's Afro Zero. That's where I heard the playthrough from. Orber, watch the little thing. Ronald McOnePunch, I haven't heard of them. And Canemonger. I actually... that's the channel I'm AfroZero and Canemonger are the channels I'm invested in most, probably because this one, like, has a whole lot of mods that I could stream, so... It's like the DDLC community. You're welcome. I hope I wasn't, like, too harsh on it. There's still that little problem, so... Alright. Yeah, hope that 4 release will come out eventually. Might as well see what all the other choices contain. So, I think tending to Natsuki would be the quickest choice here, so... Guys, I think that I should stay here and look after Natsuki. I really don't like the idea of leaving her alone like this. Well, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Alright, if you need anything, just yell. Wouldn't it make it better since to... Better sense! There we go. What? No, Yuri. It's for the best, I think. Yuri doesn't look very convinced. She just sighs and quietly replies, Alright, Monica. I trust you, but I just thought it would make better sense otherwise. I agree with Monica. I kind of think that Robbie's probably the best person for the job if you really think about it. Well, not so sure about that. You volunteered! You'll be fine, Robbie. Just try to keep her as cool and as comfortable as possible. And try to keep talking to her, okay? Shall we go, ladies? The girls walk off to do their separate jobs, leaving me alone with Natsuki. I decided to inspect Natsuki's end more closely to gauge just what we're up against. Oh, ow! Oh, you really got hammered there, Natsuki. The gash in her head was pretty ugly, but it seemed that the girls had done a good job to patch it up with what little they had. And I sure hope that it doesn't hurt while you sleep. I take out one of the soaked cloths and start dabbing at her forehead. She doesn't respond. Not even a slight flinch. If it isn't for her shallow breathing, one could think that she's dead. So obviously, her poetry music is the appropriate music to be playing here. This feels like a grim, serious... This was like a grim situation. Not really the type to be playing... over it. Ah, I thought that horrid thought out of my mind. No, she'll be alright. You're gonna be alright, Natsuki. I mean, yeah, that is pretty good music. Like, I like the poetry themes. Sary's more so. It's just so relaxing with the ukulele. I think the ukulele is, like, generally a relaxing instrument. You'd have to, like, try in terms of, like, to get it to be, like, not relaxing in some way, but I don't know. Why did this have to happen to her? She's such a nice person. Usually. Oh. Huh. Oh, that's kind of... Oh, that sucks. Thanks that you got banned from the channel the emotes came from, but at least you still have those emotes to use, so at least they got something out of the experience. Sure, she's a bit rough around the edges. What is the cause of these trust issues? If it was so dense, I would have thought that something or someone must be the cause of her prickliness. If only there was a person we could start with in terms of finding it out. Like that dad person that she keeps mentioning. Nah, probably not. Seriously, like, again, she literally mentioned her dad the first time, and you thought that in your head when you read the manga with her. That'd probably be the best place to start. Gifted me a sub, wasted the money. Ah, okay. Again, you got the cool emotes, though, so there's that. When you get past that tough exterior, she really is the sweetest thing. You of all people should not have been dealt this kind of bad luck, Natsuki. Nothing and no one has the right to hit you. Or anyone. You should have put up with this kind of... You shouldn't have to put up with this kind of treatment. There we go. Some time passes, I try to think of something to ramble on about to her. Maybe Yuri would have been the best person for this job. Natsuki? Can you hear me? She's still lying there motionlessly and unresponsive. It frightens me a little seeing how white she is in the face. Feeling her forehead, I determine that her fever's spiking again. Again, come on, Natsuki, you really gotta help me out here. Because her waking up... yes, because her waking up will suddenly mean the fevers will just go away. That's how it works. I rush to the river to soak up the cloths again and hurry back. How I wish that I could do more for you right now. I begin washing her burning cheeks. Suddenly Natsuki grimaces. Natsuki, can you hear me? Gretchen from Recess. Oh yeah, I remember that character. You know, she was pretty smart. She was pretty smart. Why was that an insult? Like, not smart. I don't know. What even happened there? Like with the, I don't know. Maybe it's about how you like mean it. Maybe the basis wasn't like, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, it's all about the basis. You could say someone's like this character for a variety of reasons. And so... Natsuki groans and make the slightest fidget. Shh, you're gonna be alright, Natsuki. Can you understand me? Can you hear me, Natsuki? Nothing. She now looks no different than before. Oh. Hope is dashed. I thought you were waking up. Don't give up, Natsuki. Hold on. We care about you and are trying to help you. Don't disappoint us! Keep talking to her, Robbie. Just keep talking. Give her something to cling to. How long will it be before you wake up, Natsuki? Hope that it'll be soon. It's been really quiet without you. Who else can I discuss manga and anime with? Sarah knows a bit about anime, seeing that she likes to watch it with me sometimes. But manga, I guess you kinda grew out of those. Not that I'm saying that they're childish or anything. It's just not for everyone, you know? I mean, yeah, that is true. It all depends on, like, your interests. It's for people like you and me. I let some time slide past and just try to think of something else to talk about. I have nothing to regret. Yeah, no regrets. I really hope you're not hurting right now, Natsuki. I mean, she's in a coma with she's in a coma with a head injury and a fever. I feel like you should be hoping that she isn't hurting too much. I could say that I didn't feel any while I was out like you, so I suppose you don't feel any pain either. I hope. Well, I mean, she's gonna feel it when she wakes up, so... But, can you feel the wind, Natsuki? Lucky for us that it's spring. That's when the wind is the most pleasant. So cool and refreshing. You know, I used to sit outside and read manga in weather like this. Too bad we can't try it now. You're sleeping and we don't have any manga with us. What can I talk about? What should I say? Where's Yuri when you need her? I mean, fishing, as it turns out. I don't... She's getting food. Use that head of yours and think. What is she like? Manga. You talked about it already. Cute things. No, that's it. Cute things. The birds are singing right now, Natsuki. They must be singing their farewells to the day. It'll be dark soon, and they'll snuggle in with their cute little chicks in each of their nests. They'll keep them safe and warm at all costs, like good parents do. So caring, kind, and generous. The mother will sing them to sleep, and the father will stand guard, ready to attack even the scariest of enemies to defend his family. He'll also keep a lookout for the next morning's breakfast, the meal that he'll always have ready for them when the sun rises. Kinda makes one wonder why we can't always be chicks. Guess we should enjoy it while it lasts. Robbie? Her eyes open. Robbie? Yes, Natsuki, what is it? Robbie? Robbie? What? What is happening? I can hear you, are you alright? It's not true. The wind is not with birds. I get... He means like chicks, not like chicks as in like girls, like... Although it would be interesting to be a girl. Like, just the thought process and the anatomy, that type of thing. Huh. I wonder what that'd be like. But like, I think they mean like chicks as in like little birds, like little birds. Also, what? And pink winds don't find food for chickens in their cute homes. She's having a feverish dream and talking in her sleep. Or is she delirious? Yeah, what was that sentence? There's not much I can do besides try to keep her fever down. I hear you, Natsuki. You don't need to talk. I understand everything. Just be quiet and rest, Natsuki. Disappears mothers and the father just stays sleeping down in the blazing cold basement. Please, don't talk, Natsuki. No manga. Manga's trash. It belongs in the garbage. And chew with it. I guess that's what her dad would say. What? Who? I grab her shoulders. Quiet, Natsuki. It isn't true. Quiet. Be quiet. That's how you... It is not true. None of that is true. You tell whatever that is in your head to shut up and leave you alone. You have a right to rest. And you have a right to like whatever you want to. And most importantly, you are not garbage. You hear me? Whoever's in Natsuki's head, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up and leave my little friend alone. My little friend. Jeez. Leave her alone now. Oh my god, I think it worked. Natsuki's calming down and her tears are drying up. Yeah, what Robbie said. You leave me alone and let me sleep. And just like that, she quiets down with a little content sigh. I breathe such a sigh of relief. Good job, Natsuki. You tell that thing off. I begin to dab at her head with the cloth and discover that she is beginning to sweat. Doesn't that mean that her fever's breaking? I sure hope so. I mean, that can't be because the feverish dream she experienced was scary to the point of her being in a cold sweat. In retrospect, what on earth was all that about? I know feverish dreams can be crazy, but that was disturbing to say the least. I'm here, Natsuki, and I'll take care of you. We all will. You just rest yourself and enjoy as much of it as you can. Reality can wait. It always will. I mean, it always will, in more ways than one in your case. Maybe she'd like a drink of water. I soak up another cloth in the river and step back to her. I gently prop open her mouth and slowly squeeze the water in. Right on cue, she swallows the water in her sleep. She then opens her mouth again as if she's asking for more. I quickly hurry back to the river and return with more. Don't choke, Natsuki. Carefully squeeze the water in. She gratefully swallows it. I don't think she needs more. Well, that felt good. Having the intuition to know what she needs. Thanks, Robbie. She said that in her sleep, but it really meant so much. It really did. You're welcome, Natsuki. Some distance away, I can see Monica lighting what looks like a makeshift fireplace. Well, Natsuki, it looks like we'll be getting a fire at any rate. It was about the same time that I could see Yuri returning triumphantly with a large fish. I could also see Sayori behind Yuri, awkwardly dragging a tarp and admiring Yuri's sizable catch, and drooling. I lean back in sigh and relief. We'll be alright, Natsuki. With all of us working together, we will all be alright. And that includes you. Alright, are there any changes or... Nope, no changes. Next up. Alright, next up, fishing. I think I'll help Yuri with the fishing. It seems that fruit should be our top priority right now. I mean, you guys haven't eaten in about 20 hours, Robbie. Why is Sayori crying? And don't forget, Robbie, that you haven't eaten in that long as well. I guess you're right about that, but it doesn't feel like it. Trust me, it will very soon. I can hear Sayori's stomach rumble angrily. Ah, I'm so hungry. Please catch us something, guys. We'll do our best, Sayori. We must do our best. Shall we go, Robbie? Okay, fine. Okay, I think this will be like the final we'll be right back break for the stream. So, be right back. Alright, we're back. Let's finish this. Yuri and I leave the group and start hiking upstream. Yuri's quiet as usual, but she has an unusually intense expression on her face. I presume that Yuri is looking for a suitable location for fishing. Like she said, it's imperative that we catch something and soon. Dying of starvation is an unpleasant prospect, to be sure. Yeah, I can't even imagine what that must be like. I mean, you're gonna start imagining the starvation part soon enough. And I'm sure that the other girls probably can't either. Again, they're feeling super hungry. I must admit that I do have confidence in Yuri's silent abilities, but what are we gonna fish with? Yuri? She doesn't respond. She seems to be very deep in her thoughts. Hey, Yuri? I place my hand on her arm. Ah! She jumps as though I just pinched her. Gah! Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, Yuri. No, I'm sorry. I must have been spacing out again. Ah, yeah, I do that. Although it isn't idiotic. What? Hey, don't put yourself down like that, Yuri. Honestly, I feel like everybody's spaced out at least once. You know, thought process, getting your thoughts together, that type of thing. You're anything and everything but an idiot. But, again, wrong phrasing and wrong grammar makes it sound like you're anything and everything bit of an idiot. That doesn't sound like the thing that we're trying to say here. There's absolutely no reason to talk like that. Yuri pauses thoughtfully. You may be right, Robbie. In more ways than you might think, actually. What do you mean by that? Did I say that out loud? What? What do you mean? Why is that a bad thing? In more ways than you might think, there's no reason. What? What if I... What? What? Yeah, what the fuck is happening? In more ways than you might think? Why would we suddenly be like, do I hate you for having more reasons to feel like I'm right? What was that even said in the context of this? What? I mean, she's really pretty and attractive. What's with her sudden bursts of indecision and self-humiliation? Yuri, what are you saying? Of course I don't hate you. What in the world made you think that? Yuri seems to be somewhat relieved. I'm sorry for my... I guess I was afraid that you'd think me weird for saying... The thing is, there's... Yes? Nothing. It's really nothing important. Really. Yeah, because something that you can't really build yourself up to say surely doesn't sound important. Yeah, I really don't... If I didn't know better, and I usually don't, I'd say that she's hiding something. What could such a shy and innocent girl like her be hiding? Like I said, I usually don't know better. So I shrug it off for now. Yuri leaves my side and quietly steps to a small tree. She then snaps a branch off for what I'm assuming will be a fishing rod. What are you going to use for a fishing line? What? Absent-minded as usual? No? Just focused on the task. What are you going to use for the fishing line and hook? How are we going to make them? What? Muscadines. Muscadines? Yes, I'll show you. I'm just gonna put that as a... Okay, put that as a word. And put that as a fun fact, because we're gonna learn a fishing process. Yuri reaches into the tree and pulls out a long, thin plant that had entangled itself in the tree. Yuri attempts to yank the vine-like plant out of the tree, but it's pretty stubbornly stuck. What am I doing? Shouldn't I be helping? I grab the vine with enthusiasm and instantly regret it. Ow! What the heck was that? Yuri looks at me concernedly. I guess I should have warned you that muscadines have thorns. Well, yeah. Sorry. My palms are bleeding a little. I'm such a... No! I'm just gonna look up what muscadine is. I think it's like a... It's a plant The muscadine grape is native to the southeastern United States and was the first native grape species to be cultivated in North America. The natural range of these grapes extends from Delaware to central Florida, and yeah, okay. Stop putting yourself down like that. That moment I realize that I'm yelling at her. I calm my tone and continue gently. It's not healthy to do that, you know? So stop it already. Yuri looks aside for a moment before sighing and replying quietly. I'm sorry, Robbie, but I mean that in a good way. What I mean is, well, I guess I'm just so used to people ignoring me a lot. Not that I mind, really. It's just that if a person pays me any mind, they tend to be so... He pauses, looking for words. I guess I don't trust myself in social settings, Robbie. I know that's not much of an excuse, but it's the truth. Meekly, Yuri turns to me and silently resumes pulling on the muscadine. Just because people can be jerks and you hurt your feelings, Yuri, doesn't mean that you should hurt yourself just to please their egos. There's times that people don't deserve it. And everybody here truly loves it when you express yourself. But the little mistakes that you make, well, we all make mistakes like that at different times. Yuri looks at me and smiles gratefully. I heard... With a mighty yank, Yuri frees the muscadine from the tree. Got it! I laugh. Guess I should have been helping. No, you have helped, I think. She begins to step to the river, and then notice her hands. She's cut her hands with the same thorns. Her hands are bleeding. Yuri! Yes, Robbie? Your hands, can't you feel that? Yeah, I guess I should wash these out. Yeah! She hands the vine to me, and I take care to avoid the thorns as I take it away from her. Don't worry about me, it's fine. Silently, Yuri sucks her cuts to clean them the best she can. Is that really a good idea? I have heard that you shouldn't really suck on a cut to clean it. She seemed oddly unconcerned. Then again, there's not really too many options out in the wilderness. Almost as if nothing happened to her. That's remarkable? Such a maiden of mystery, if you ask me. What? She looks at me. Robbie, could you... What is it, Yuri? I'm kind of embarrassed to ask this. Can you... What is she doing? What's going on? Look at her face. It's so needy. Catch some worms for me? I know it's a weird thing to ask. No, not in the context of fishing. You use worms as bait. It's just that I kind of get really squeamish around them. Oh, is that all? And she really is unsure of herself. I'm getting group plays and splashes each other in the water vibes. Ah, okay. Of course I'll do that, Yuri. Sarah and I used to do that quite a bit as kids. Well, I mean, Sarah and MC did kind of splash each other in the water a little bit, so... I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, it didn't take too long to grab a few worms this close to a river, and while I was worm hunting, Yuri finished some sort of fishing hook made from thorns. I attached the worm to the hook and Yuri cast the line. The line... What? The line want to be, I should say. I mean, you should also explain what that means, because I have never heard anybody say the line want to be. Ever. What? Okay. The muscadine is lanky and clunky, but I suppose it'll have to suffice. Yuri and I sit together for a long while in silence as we wait for a bit. As the sky got darker and darker, yeah, being represented well here with the background, Yuri and I had to face the possibility of catching nothing for tonight. Is the line too big or something? Yeah, it could be scaring the fish off, I suppose. But there's little that can be done about that. I'm so hungry, Robbie. I gently take the pull from her trembling hands. Let me give it a try, Yuri. You rest a bit. What if we don't catch anything? I don't want to sleep hungry again, Robbie. I can't live like this. How can anyone live like this? The hunger's already starting to get to you, isn't it? She looks so miserable. To be honest, I'm now feeling the pangs of hunger gripping my stomach. We will catch something, Yuri. Just leave it to me. Determined to not let any of my friends go hungry tonight, I begin to concentrate on the task at hand. I have to say that the laughing that escaped my lips when a fish actually latched onto the line was a little too boyish than I care to admit. How? What? Fuck, or like the characteristic of a male child or young man. I mean, that's like the the characteristic of a male child or young man. Why was it too much like that? You're a man. What? I mean, then again, I guess you kind of do get, like, I get high-pitched a little when I laugh, so, yeah. Is that, Yuri, I got one! Pull it in! After some effort, I land the sizable fish under the bank. Okay, suddenly knife! To my shock, Yuri draws a menacingly large tie fish! I grab it by the arm. Stop it, Yuri! Stop it! It's dead! Taking a few deep breaths, Yuri begins to calm down. I'm sorry, Robbie. I don't know what came over me. Don't hate me. You stabbed a fish! What? What? There you go again. I don't hate you, Yuri. You're just hungry. And hungry people can be irritable and aggressive. It's okay. Just put that knife away, please. Oh, right. Yuri carefully returns the knife into her blazer. Where on earth did you find that knife, Yuri? Oh, I always had it. You had that in the school? Yes. You know that you can't do that, Yuri. I know, but never mind, Robbie. It's just lucky that I brought it to school and that we have it now, right? Well, I mean, she's not wrong there. Before I can answer her, Monica calls us back to the campsite. Alright, and then finally, see what happens when we cook the fire. Not cook the fire, make a fire with Monica. Alright, I think I'll help you out with the fire, Monica. Yeah, you picked me! Hey, Monica? That seemed rather... I'm sorry, guys, that did seem a bit out of place. Yeah, what was up with that? Yeah, it's not like Natsuki's... yeah, it's not like Natsuki's lying comatose at her feet. Oh, Yuri seems a bit ticked off. Yuri, why is it that I'm the one always dropping the steak bombs around here? Hey, guys, let's just take a moment and breathe. I mean, yeah, that did seem like... Yeah, you picked me to help while Natsuki's just lying there. Unsure if she'll actually make it. We all have our jobs to do, and we must all do our part to help each other out here. And for Natsuki's sake, I'd recommend that we stop wasting time and get to work. I agree with you, Robbie. Shall we go? Just us? Huh? What are you doing? You're making things very awkward right now. What are we waiting for, Suri? Yeah, let's get to work. See you guys later. I mean, unless this is like, she's still self-aware. Is she? She hasn't really made much reference to it. Well, that could have gone better. Why was Monica acting so strangely? The other girls aren't too off by it. Well, Monica doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. In fact, she seems oddly unconcerned about the dire situation we're in. She's just smiling as we both work our way through the forest. Monica? What's up, Robbie? You do realize that we're in a survival situation, right? Of course. But you don't seem to be worried. Oh, I know that we're in a bad situation, and Natsuki isn't really in good shape, but I'm just so glad that we get to survive all this together. What the fuck? Like, gulp? I mean, there's nothing to really gulp about here. What? But gulp? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, going back and picking... I mean, I guess the overall mod does feel all over the place. Like, things just kind of keep escalating suddenly, I guess, but... Yeah. We? Together? Yeah, of course! Hey, I meant the whole club, silly. What was that? Did you think that I meant with you only? Huh. Oh, now I feel like an idiot. Again. No. Oh, I'm fighting this one. You're not getting the better of me this time. What? Hey, Monica, you've got to admit that what you said did sound a bit weird. Only to someone who's got the wrong ideas in their head. I only said that I was glad that we get to survive together. It was your own input that determined that the pronoun we referred to the two of us when it actually meant all of us. She points a teasing finger at me. Your fault. I'm a debate club member. Confirmed. What, you thought she was lying when she said that? Like, yeah, I wasn't sure before, but now I'm sure she was part of the debate club. But, do you admit then that it was your own ambiguous language that caused the confusion? I do indeed admit that my language resulted in the confusion, but that's the whole point. My ambiguous pronoun was filled by your own assumption. Ambiguous, I thought it was you who made the incorrect interpretation. What is this, like, Ace Attorney now or something? I don't know, like, this is like a debate where we have to pull out evidence? What? Shoot, she got me. But I can't give in this easily, even though you just said she got you. Monica, what if hey, Robbie, when you're in a hole, she gestures to me to finish the saying. Quit digging. So stop digging your own grave and help me gather firewood. That's what I was meaning to do this whole time, Monica. We begin our efforts, but it quickly becomes apparent that we have a big problem. Most of the wood is still soggy from the flooding. After several minutes of searching and collecting the driest wood we could find, Monica's eyes straightens up. We have enough wood to last the night, but there's no kindling dry enough to start a fire at all. At least not that I've seen. I yeet another soggy stick into the woods, because people still say yeet, and shake my head. Not to mention that we don't have any matches to light the fire with, even if we did have kindling. Oh, Robbie, there are ways to start a fire without matches. You mean by rubbing two sticks together for a very long time until they're hot enough to start a fire? Monica laughs and shakes her head. Rays from the setting sun light up her pretty face as she answers me. That, Robbie, is something of a myth. But let's worry about how to light the fire later. Right now we must find proper dry kindling or we'll never get anything lit. So kindling would be things like pine cones, straw, or leaves, right? Pretty much. I don't know if leaves make for good kindling, honestly. The trick is finding dry kindling. Yeah. After another long, fruitless search, Monica sighs and appears to give up. Okay, I'm starting to see the out of all over the place type thing. She begins leading the way back to the stream. There's probably a time when Natsuki's manga could have been of some value. What? Monica makes a notion of... Hey! Don't you be making fun of manga, not Monica? Yeah. Also, that's Natsuki's manga? Oh, don't worry. We just used your manga as kindling for the fire. You understand. It was life or death. Oh, Robbie, I was only joking. I'm not sure if I agree with Natsuki about manga being literature and all. It does have its place in the world of writing, and in the world of kindling. Why are we talking about Natsuki's, like, manga as if it's like a fire starter? Monica chose this dry spot. It's a little further downstream from where Natsuki's lying. I can't help but feel a sense of guilt for leaving her alone like that. What if she suddenly needs any help? What if she'll be fine, Robbie? I swear this girl's a mind reader. Yeah, no kidding. Although, then again, it'd probably be, like, easy to tell if it's, like... You know, if you looked over and then your facial, like, features shifted into, like, this uncomfortable thing, it'd probably be easy to tell what you're thinking about. I know, but it seems wrong leaving her like that. But aren't we helping her out right now? I guess, but maybe I should go check on her. Monica forcibly grabs my... Monica! What are you doing? She'll be fine, Robbie. Ah, so she is still self-put. Don't worry about her. Stay with me. Just... Nah, I've missed you, Automod. Oh, Automod, like, took away, like, a message of yours? Monica frees my hand. If you're that worried, I can go check on her while you remove a shoelace and tear off a sleeve. What? Why do you need those? Monica smiles sweetly. I'm gonna show you how to start a fire without matches or flint and steel. Ah, okay. Huh, Automod's been doing that, like more often in streams nowadays. Not that that's, like, a bad thing, it's just, like... I mean, then again, this is, like, optimal compared to, like, you know... Oh no, you type in, like, something longer than a little bit of a paragraph and Automod strikes, so... There we go. But first I'm gonna need a shoelace and some kindling. I decided that you'll provide both. Alright, fine. Monica trots off toward Natsuki as I begin the process of removing a shoelace. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Monica kneeling beside Natsuki. She takes her pulse and feels her forehead. Monica then inspects her injury. And she plants her ear on Natsuki's chest to listen to her heart. I don't have time to watch any longer. I get the shoelace loose and begin tearing off the end of my left sleeve. It isn't as hard as I thought since it was already a little torn from the disaster. I tear it right off. Alright, Monica arrives and takes my shoelace. Hey, I'm getting that shoelace back, right? The shoelace, yes. The sleeve, no. Yeah, I figured that, Monica. I just wasn't sure if you were going to use my shoelace for kindling as well. Well, you never know, do you? Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Monica proceeds to fashion a drill of sorts with the two sticks using my shoelace. At the end of the drill, she plants firmly into a larger piece of firewood. She then begins to drill into the piece of firewood until a spark suddenly launches onto my former sleeve. It catches fire and Monica begins to blow into it vigorously. Hey, you blowing smoke in my face. No time to complain, Robbie. We only get one shot at this, Robbie! What? Yeah, we only get one shot! It's not like any of the other club members have any sleeves of their own! None at all! Unless you want to give up another sleeve. I mean, unless you also want to give up a sleeve too. Oh, you could go 3 for 3. Hey, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just divvy it out and you got a short sleeve shirt. Help me out here, Robbie. Well, I guess I'm just skilled enough to blow out a fire, I think. Hey, we did it, Robbie! Now, if only Siri can manage to put that tarp up in the tree above our heads, and if Yuri can catch us dinner, we'll be set. Monica goes down a little. Would you like help carrying Natsuki here? No, I think I can manage. You should probably make sure that the fire doesn't go out for some reason. Fair enough. Alright, and with that, we are done with this mod. That felt more like a sitcom than a mod. At least in the first half. Just the plot of that first... Like, it's weird. Once we get into the second half, things begin to, like, get better. Like, the first half just felt like the kind of forced plot stuff you'd see on a sitcom, complete with the catchphrases and jokes. But then once we get to the part where we're actually, like, surviving in the wilderness, the mod starts to get better. The tone is more, like, consistent, and the tone's more consistent, the conflict feels a little bit natural. I like the stuff that hints at each of the Doki's, like, problems within the, like, route. Outside of the music, like, cut off during that. That was a little neat bit of, like, character or stuff where it's like, I wonder what's happening. And so, I guess that would be the time where you, like, choose a route if the mod was finished. So, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens if the mod ever does get finished. Alright, so, this Friday we'll start on True Literature Club, which also is a mod that probably won't take too long. And then on Tuesday we'll probably play a different mod. Probably like a 2-parter. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.